engine is for that sort of stuff is so full of rubbish.
Earth, hey y'all. I've identified
But I
his
think there's
location as
probably not a
Earth.
better way of doing it, but still. It's even worse. Don't, whatever you do, put solar panels on it.
Oh? For the readouts, for like how much power you've got left?
Yes, because as soon as you put the solar panels on, it ruins all those readouts because they start paying attention to only the solar panels and ignore the fact that you've got batteries and everything else.
Oh, jeez.
So it's constantly saying you're running out of power. It does not tell you how much battery power you've got left. It's just annoying.
The only craft, I believe,
T-posing text.
that, huh? Oh yeah, he's over there. Oh, you pushing him around?
And it's just the way they wiggle their hips when you do it. Look at them go. Dance, dance.
Oh, that's not family friendly right there. Demonetized.
I figured he wants to watch the takeoffs. You see? He's got a certain wiggle to him that I just...
Tex is now sort of with us.
If I push on his arm, can I spin him around?
Why is he
No, his arm
T-posing
doesn't
though? There we go.
Oh, God.
All right, one more. You gotta get on top of this. We gotta send this to Tex. Nice. Hang on, gotta get the spectator cam over here.
Nailed it.
Maybe back it up a little. Oh no, he's sliding.
Yeah, there's a certain slide motion going on here. Be
You're a
quick with
foot
that
off
shot.
me, and I'm a foot like into him. This is weird. No, I'm sliding off.
You're covered off. You're covered off.
No. Oh shit. Oh, what am I walking on?
Oh, God.
Yep,
This is
that's
going well.
Yep, this is great. There you go. That's the thumbnail for next week. And you're just like free floating. This is the best of engineering challenges right here. Glad we managed to accomplish this
Slight
task.
distraction.
All right, let me jump down from here. Yeah, talking about solar panels. He's the only one that actually used them on his build last week, which is interesting. He's got a lot of carbon fiber. Oh, it's so fancy. I think out of the mission objective of making ultralights, though, you're the only one that really stuck to the concept. It's like a real ultralight. I love it.
Well, I figured I kind of needed to, just on the basis that I wanted it to stay up in the air, and I knew I was going to end up doing this stupid rotor thing with it.
And you're like half my. Let me just jump and look at your weight. 17,000. That's pretty freaking light. We jump into mine, which has, you know, a jet engine slapped to the middle of it. 40.
It's a cool-looking jet engine.
40,000 plus the new fuel tanks. Yeah, I have no idea this is gonna fly. Those tanks are super heavy. They may burn more fuel because of their weight than they carry. Because I'm gonna have to run the engine hotter, so it's gonna burn more power. So I'm gonna burn through my
Efficiency
battery.
with Captain Shack.
This is fine. This will be fine. It's not my fault this damn thing takes up like 10 billion components. Hey, Luke. Thank you for the 3. Appreciate it. Morning Shack from Australia. It's 8 a.m. here. Oh, yeah. So we'll get a bunch of Australians jumping in today. Oh, no wonder we've got a bunch of Australians popping in. It's freaking 8 a.m. there.
Yeah.
Yeah, these late starts.
Actually, the early morning grew.
You think you're going to have enough power to make it over there since you didn't charge?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, easy job. You said I didn't charge. I'm only just below completely fully charged because I did charge last time. Remember?
Oh,
that's
right.
why the thing in the roof.
You go 1% down and it knocks the first block.
and it knocks that thing down immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll help you wild this stuff up. Get you
Thank
going.
you.
Since I'm pretty much ready to go back there. Yeah, it looks like a P-51. Well, that's what I had. I didn't say it during the stream, but I had a P-51 image open in my on one of my other monitors, and that was kind of the like inspiration for it. And I didn't think I'd get anywhere near looking like one, but I kind of wanted the wings in that area, you know. It's also got flaps, and I really like that. It can actually use these, and this time I don't have to use all of them at once. And a super sexy gonk image right there. Look at that.
It's what you've all been missing in your life.
Yeah, that is a gonk droid in lingerie right there, I think. Swimsuit? I don't know. I'm not gonna look that close. Some things you just don't want to know. I love that your flaps are like in the wing, like way up here.
As they should be.
I mean, you could put them. Nah, it's fine. Probably don't want to mess with that.
In the end, it's a design that was retrofitted, if you know what I mean. I took something that already kind of worked and rebuilt it now once I knew the rules. So somewhere down the line, I'm sure I will redo this with a slightly more sensible setup, if you know what I mean.
Well, there's a lot of talk about making some kind of like large-scale cargo aircraft. Chat's talked about it every single time we've talked about right. We all come together and we build up something like some kind of like Hercules, like a C-130 or something.
The C-130 was exactly what I was thinking.
But we do the full controls. Oh, I am down with that, and we can actually be able to move some stuff. Because as much as I love these, and we get this little runway set up if this works, these aren't going to be able to move a lot when it comes to cargo, and we're going to need.
No, they're not.
Stuff.
They're really not.
We're going to need some stiff. Hey, Kid King, thank you for the 10. Appreciate it. Space Gonk, the final frontier. These are the voyages of Shaq and Tex. Well wasted. Tex isn't here today. But indeed. To boldly go. Where we've already been. So, Stream, do you think this is going to work? He says it's going to work. I want to see. I want to see how many people think these control surfaces are really going to work, or if you're just going to go into a mountainside again.
Hey,
Well, look, you did go into the mountainside on your first landing.
I was all right.
Yeah, but you went into it. It still does not make the statement wrong.
There's no faith. No faith whatsoever.
Oh, I went back
The
and
only Sorry.
No, go for it.
The only concern I have with this is that, I mean, while yes, I've flown it around and so on, and it's all right, I'm bound to make an error in this setup process somewhere. There's going to be at least one thing that I don't do quite right. So the question comes down to, is that one thing, whatever it may be, enough to mean that it just falls out of the sky the first time I attempt to take
Messing up your aircraft control surfaces shouldn't, it'd be fine. What could possibly go wrong there?
It shouldn't cause many problems, I figure.
Yeah, I mean, who needs to turn?
You ain't seen nothing yet.
I'm putting together a team.
To get ready. Hold on,
Or roll, or pitch.
That's why I won't necessarily be removing the gyroscope so much as not using it to begin with.
Just shutting it down. Actually, that's a good idea. You gotta have faith, man. You gotta go full on, no gyro. First try.
Oh, it'll be off first try. As I said, I'm just
No parachute.
not quite brave enough to do the let's completely ignore it approach.
Go. I can't say anything. I say no parachute. I literally have an emergency parachute installed right above the cockpit just in case the thing exploded on the first try, and I could just, I could land softly with that. At least try to. That is also my backup plan if we can't find a spot to land out there. I'll kill the engine and pop the chute. Oh, speaking of which, if I leave that awful connector on the back, I might be able to move enough steel plates for me to build a small runway for you. Let's see, steel plates. Hey Shaq, how much have I missed? Commander Matthew, you have not missed much. We have just gotten started talking about the main plan.
Well, I do some random last-minute tweaks to a certain aircraft.
Yeah, just a little bit of tweaking going on here, and then we're gonna take off for the trading base to the. Actually, we didn't have the compass mod, I think, when we did this last time. What direction is that? To the west.
Need a ballistic parachute for emergencies. Essentially a drogue chute of sort. Or are you thinking like ballistic chair, like Merlin ejector seat style?
I tried to get Tex to install an ejector seat to his dump truck. He wouldn't go for it.
No? Oh, Tex.
Nah, I know, right? It's such a good idea.
Storm inbound.
It's such a terrible everything.
I can't see why you wouldn't want a dump truck to have an ejector seat.
I mean, come
You
on.
never know when something might go wrong.
Let's weld it up. Now that I know that my engine doesn't burn my cockpit out. That was a real concern. First flight.
Mm-hmm.
The engine exhaust might just burn the cockpit up with me sitting in it. It's like, oh, this would be embarrassing on the stream. Cockpit inventory shack. That should be full of ice right now. Well, maybe not. Check the tanks. %100 filled. All right. I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. Hey, Shiny. Thank you for the 5. Appreciate it. How's it going? It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. A little bit of a late stream today. Random, I missed yours. I'm sorry about that. Random, oh, thank you for the 10. Hey, Shaq, not sure if you catch another stream because of college, but I just wanted to thank you for the last couple of years of shenanigans. You got me into SC and have continued to be hilarious since. Well, we've been enjoying SC. Thanks for hanging out with us for so many years.
Good start already, I think.
And I obviously do need
look
more
at those
coffee
rear
today.
elevators.
Yeah, what's up? Oh, it's already got kind of a...
You see how it's already got a slight tilt to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just me putting in the reset script, so that's my trim. That's the default trim that the aircraft needs.
And you've already put that in the... What is the...
Yeah,
What is this? LSD? LSD.
Yeah, that's the one. Look,
LCD going on up here on the top.
if you press, open up the top LCD of the two and click custom data, you'll see what's powering all of this.
The top one?
Yeah, the one that's got nothing on it, and then click custom data instead.
It is grayed out for me. Oh, it's because it's... No? No, it's grayed out for me.
It's probably because I was in it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that'll exactly be why.
Yep. Okay, so what am I looking at here?
You're looking at the script that is running each various
there's
bit, so
your...
you can see what they're
yeah.
doing for each various maneuver, for example.
Roll left, roll right. Now, and you've got these set to...
And now using the other mod, I'm able to go in and say to a timer block, for example, here I've told this timer block to monitor A when A is pressed. And then in the actions, I'm going to add that programming block that runs it and tell it, okay, I want you to run that particular block. So in this case, I'm putting A, so I want it to run, what's that going to be? That's our roll, which I can't remember what I called it.
Oh boy. You need me to look at something? Is it a reference?
Oh no, actually that's rudder left, isn't it? That's turn left. No, let me just get the blooming text document. up on the other
KJM,
screen. Be the easiest way.
Thank you for the
And I
5.
can
Appreciate
reference
it.
what I called
Good
everything
evening
in
from
there.
the UK Shack.
Yeah,
Can't wait
there
to
you go.
see your craft fly,
This should
especially
be
when
left
imagining the
rudder, for
dogfights. Have a cup
example.
of coffee on me.
And as soon as
Oh,
that's
thanks.
set up,
Speaking of dogfights.
which it is now, when I go in and get in the cockpit and press A, that rudder should turn for me,
Okay.
which it's not.
Yep. Nope. No movement.
Damn it! What do I do? Oh, I've already input, monitor A, set up actions.
We'll be right back. Gotta go grab some parts for the Gatling gun.
No worries. Gatling gun, hang on.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Stream made me do it. I did mine magnesium too, so we've got some on hand. Just a little bit, just putting one on there, you know, you never know, just in case. Self-defense and all that. It's all KJM's fault. He was like, "Oh man, like, that thing! I can't wait to see that thing with like imagining it dogfighting." It's like, yeah, me too. I'm gonna put a thing on it. Did it not? There it is. Oh, my music stopped. Hey, what album are you listening to?
I am listening to Synthwave.
Synthwave. All right, let's see what we got. Synthwave. We're gonna try Vibrant Pop. We're just going through albums now, Stram. This isn't awful. No, Matt, I don't read chat ever. Not one time. And if anybody tells you differently, it's lies and deceit. No, not taking that. All right. I now have a new feature. Boot.
And what feature is that? The Gatling gun?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just in case.
Just one. I only put on one. I didn't pull a text where I'm like, you know, I think I need 16 of these things facing the same direction. He does that every time we have ever weaponized something. I like this gun. I need 12 of them. I'm assuming he's done that on your guys' streams.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, we've got Farrell, who's even worse, so...
Fair enough.
Yeah, a Farrell, you can tell a Farrell design because the front end of the design is basically just Gatling guns.
Did you get the rudder working? Oh, saw the ailerons move.
Yeah, that script is currently backwards for them, so that roll left and roll right needs to be...
So you got partially. Oh, that was
Partially there,
supposed to
yeah.
be rolled. Okay, there you go. Now it'll roll.
That's... Although I've got that backwards for the way I've got it keybind. 1 second.
Crazy.
Always a bit of a surprise when you go to roll and it rolls the opposite direction. You're like, oh dear, that wasn't quite what I expected.
Oh, I should probably kill my engine back here. There we go. Shut the whole thing down. You can never have enough Taka, indeed.
Okay, so we got the roll.
Oh, don't worry, guys. The Star Wars series will come back in
My
one form or
rudder is
another.
black. It's
I've just been
locked,
having a
isn't it?
lot
That's
of
why it's
fun
not
playing with the
working. What
guys
an idiot.
in this more
the only
survival
one I didn't
engineer
replace.
aspect. I wanted to mix it up and bring it back into what made Space Engineers really enjoyable
Okay.
for me to begin with.
Rudder's now working.
Fun. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got the rudder working? Let's see. Oh, yep, working.
So the 2 final keybinds to go. We need up and down.
Hey, James, thank you for the 5. Jack installs Gatling gun. My mind makes Warthog Gatling noises. Brr. It's just a little one. Thought about putting it on the top, but eh. It was an easy install. I'm a little worried that that really super stupid ugly... Can we paint that? It's just a recharge port. It should be fine. That's terrible, though. We could cut this out. This section right here, we could cut this out. You know? And then we could... Oh, did you see the weight come off the wheels? Yeah. We could cut that out, drop it down into this section here, because there shouldn't be anything there. Let's see. Doing a little modification to mine now.
What do you got on the go?
Yeah, I'm trying to put the connector in some place that's not awful. Because it's pretty bad right now. The one that we slapped on just to recharge.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if I can bury this even slightly, then I can keep it so we can recharge that way. I think I can do it without carrying the aircraft.
Preferably, yeah.
We will see.
Right, the last question is to remember where I put... Aha. They were out here, weren't they?
better. Does this fit? Could fit here. Oh man, we gotta leave soon. I'm gonna keep adding stuff to this.
I'm pretty much done, so just adding the thrusters to the group, and then I think should be all right.
That just no. All right, cool. Because I was like, oh, I found another spot I could put another tank in. I'm gonna wait until I know if those tanks actually work. All right, pre-flight check on this. You got your all your control surfaces working? Oh, you're moving.
Yeah, I need to remember to turn that wheel off when I press W.
Yeah, I gotta kill your wheels.
Oh, actually, no. What I'll do is I'll just turn propulsion off on it completely. I think is probably a more sensible option. Because I'd rather have it on so I've got braking. We went through that mistake before.
Yeah.
Right, pre-flight checks. We have...
All right, so you've got your, looks like you've got your
all-
roll. Is that
that's roll
enough?
left.
Is that enough pitch on your
It
left-hand
is, yeah.
side? Going up?
Although it looks like some of those blocks aren't finished.
Because it doesn't look like it's breaking the wing. Oh, the end pieces,
mean-
alright.
It's easily adjustable, to
Yeah.
be fair. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure it's all right.
Okay. It's just it. Cool. Oh, I can't wait to see this. These are all welded up. Get your lights over here.
Chat, what have I forgotten?
Did
Other
you turn
than
your
to-
gyro off?
No, but that's on the bar, so I'll turn that off now. Other than I need to turn blinking off on...
And you said the rudder was working. And the elevator was working.
Yeah, so if I turn... Yeah, I've got propulsion off for the time being, so there's... No, I don't have propulsion off. I thought
Whoa.
I turned propulsion off.
Nope. Still going.
Oh, the other wheels have got propulsion as well. All right, that's no use. Right, there we go.
It's true, I almost put more heavy stuff on it. That's why I stopped myself.
Okay, so yeah, we got our left and our right on the rudder, which is matched by the wheel underneath it.
Yeah.
We got roll left, roll right. As soon as you let go, everything obviously goes back to its default positions. You just hold it for as long as you
Oh,
want.
that's cool. You've got it macroed and everything.
And then we've got up and down on the rear.
Okay. Seems like you're good. Do you have your air brakes? Do you have your flaps? Already grouped and set. Flaps are good. I think you're ready. You got an antenna.
Yes.
I don't.
Gone with the wind.
I don't.
I need to
Shit.
increment. Gone with the wind 2.
Let me go ahead and put my antenna in real quick.
Gone with the wind 2. Mechanical boogaloo.
Mechanical boogaloo. Beautiful. I love it. All right. Yeah, I forgot stream. I forgot to put it in there again. Now we're set. All right, man. I think I'm gonna wait till you take off. I'm gonna spectate
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah,
ready.
I'm gonna need to come back to where you are anyway.
Oh, you got
me
plenty
one
of runway.
Probably. But
Better safe than sorry.
yeah.
Okay. Let me, before I'm up and doing other things, I'm gonna turn off all of these HUD display icons. All we need is the place we're going, and I'd like to fly over the oh my god, a hole in the ground you fell into. Those are fun. We should go and do a little tour of that, and then head over to the base. It's basically the same direction. So we take off and then turn around.
Okay.
Gonk with the wind. Gonk with the wind 2, breaking wind. Oh god, stream, really? You ready to go?
As I'll ever be.
All right.
Wish me all of the lucks.
All of the lucks.
Increasing thruster override to sensible levels, trying to keep her straight on the runway.
Did you turn your wheel power off? That got you in trouble last time when you landed.
Mm-hmm. Right, she's
Ah,
gone up
she's
without
up.
me even needing to use the elevators.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
we are flying.
And how?
And she's coming back down, and I don't... Why are my elevators not going up?
Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. Oh.
Something was wrong with the blooming elevators. They wouldn't go the other direction.
Oh, but we tested it beforehand. I thought you did test it, right? You looked at it. I didn't look at the elevators. I asked you if they were good, and you're like, yeah. I just looked at the aileron. Oh, emergency. Up.
Yeah, they're going up way less distance than they're going the other way.
I think your other wheels were doing that too, or your other control surfaces were doing. They weren't moving that far. Coming
I
though.
wonder if they've still got some locks on them somehow. I mean, it's still intact. It's just missing its two front bits of wing, and it's upside down.
Oh, it's not so bad. You got something on fire in there.
Yeah, it's the
You think-
LCD panel.
You think the gyro's enough to flip her over, or do you want to go get the
That's what I was
crane?
gonna go and that's what I was gonna give a try before I went anywhere further. How about gyro force? Have I got it set to? Oh, it's on full.
I think you can rotate it.
Yeah, but I can't do
Oh.
the other direction.
Yeah, it's one of the LCDs that's been popped.
Ironically, I don't know if I've positioned something slightly differently, but my trim on that was forcing myself permanently downwards.
Yeah, like you took off fine. You used your control surfaces and just started going down slowly.
And no matter what I put into it, it wasn't going in the other direction.
I mean, did you have your gyro mapped to your bar?
I did, but it was off.
Yeah, that's why I was, emergency situation. At least you can hit your gyro.
Yeah, it was a bit, all a bit going on too much at that
Nah,
time.
it's understandable. A little bit panic mode sets in as you're starting to hurtle toward the ground. All right, well, unless you need me here to help you flip it or something.
Nope.
I might have parts on board if you need them. I don't know what I've got actually, so. All right, well, I'm gonna go I'll take mine for a bit of a spin and see if if I'm gonna have problems with the weight. Is Wasted's plane napping? Tex wants to know.
Shush you. He's one of the people that have seen it blooming flying around fine as well. He was there.
Hey, Everett. Thank you for the 5. Appreciate it. Everett Woolley. Been watching your vids for 2 years now, and you guys always bring a smile to my day. Keep up the great work. Oh, appreciate it, man. Thanks for the support.
Thankfully.
Keeping
built a
this
vehicle for
boat
this.
going. You did build a vehicle. You built your flipper. So, let me jump in here. This will be a great test. Bring power online. Taxi up a bit. Let's go ahead and kill the engine. I shouldn't need that extra power boost just yet. Okay, having the parachute on the button next to that is scary. Let's not use that.
Surprise.
Right next to my engine, on and off for the hydro engine, was the parachute buttons. If I hit that button, this flight is over. All right. Feels good. Whoa! What in the world? Check wheels. Make sure I don't have wheel strength on. Propulsion off. Okay. Got 3 hours of power. With the engine on, I've got 6 years, so that's looking weird. it's
It's
a
probably
little.
telling the entire truth, Jack.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. All right. Here we go. Oh, it's so heavy. Oh, what the hell? Okay, slowing down. Something's
You're
up.
not taking off like that, Roger.
Yeah, something's up. Not good, not good. Am I maxing power stream? I don't know what that was. It did not get enough lift. Well, that was going well till it wasn't, Larson says. Yeah,
Sounds about right.
he got off the ground. I did not. I think I may have added too much weight. Let me take off. I loaded it down with steel plates, thinking that I could carry them out there for our objective.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh,
Ooh, yes,
so-
okay, fair enough. Because
That
you're
was-
already got those tanks as well.
Yeah,
That might
I went
be a
from
bit much.
40,000 to 56. And that's not gonna work. So, let's try it empty first. Gotta turn my wheels back on. No reverse. Well, now we know. Too much weight. Oh, we might have to drop some tanks. No, I don't want to drop the tanks. And it didn't. It actually didn't have the steel plates inside. What is so heavy now? Why are we 56,000? We were 40 a second ago. Oh, is it me? Am I carrying too much? All right. Oh, cockpit. Right. You guys were like, put it in the cockpit shack. There we go. Give me... There we go. Yep, that was the weight. And we're burning that ice. That ice will be gone in a second. That'll drop even more weight. So we just dropped 17,000. I don't think what I carry affects. Yeah, weight on engineers don't count. We're burning through the ice, so that shouldn't be a problem. We'll let the ice go away. How goes it out there? You flipping it? Mr. Muted Space?
Soon TM, sir. Soon TM. I'm just getting the crane into position. It's not the quickest thing to actually deploy, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm going to try this again, stream, without the extra weight of the cargo, and we'll see how it works. If it doesn't take off this time, we'll drop 2 tanks and try it again. I do think it's the tanks. I think the tanks are way too heavy. But we're almost out of ice, so actually, I'll just pull the ice out instead of wasting it. Kill the engine, so we're working off of just this. All right, going for round 2. 40,000. Wait. Oh, shit. Oh, God. That's fine. That's fine. Forgot to turn the wheels off. It's got a lot of go. Those wheels are really strong. Okay, here we go. Engines on. 45, 50. Come on. No, I don't have enough lift. I mean, I do, but I need such a long runway to make it work. I need about twice the runway. I'm up. Let's see what this takes. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Max it out. Oh, no. So remember the weight problem?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's going to be the weight versus power. So to fly it now compared to last time, I need to have the engine maxed out, and it is just enough to get off the ground and to stay in the air at about 75 meters a second, maxed out on the engine. Weirdly, turning on the hydrogen engine tells me I have power for 700 days. I don't believe it. Uh-oh, we're slowing down. Why are we slowing down? What? I say add more wing. I think we're gonna drop half the weight. I think the sweet spot's probably half the weight. So let me get out and land. Oh, it wants to go nose down so bad. I didn't remove the parachute key. I moved it to a different bar. No, I did remove it. Shit. It's not on that other bar. Oh, no, 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 no. This is fine. I just tried to... Oh, no, 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 no. If I crash because I tried to add the parachute key, that is hilariously bad. Oh, looks like I'm gonna land. Oh, no!
Oh, that's a heavy landing.
Oh, I did not mean to land like that.
Looks like you managed to walk away from it somehow, though.
Yeah, it landed on the wheels at, I don't know, 30 meters a second, so it wasn't too crazy. More thrusters means more power. I'm not gaining anything from adding more weight. I might as well take the weight off. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Yeah, it's 40 large steel plates. Like, that's nuts. That's so much weight. Wait, where did I park? There it is. Just add more. I love the recommendations from chat. Just add more crap to it. Add more wings. But why? Only reason I need wings is because I added too much weight. Why don't I just remove the weight? There we go. And we'll... No, I have that already. Cool. Now let's try it with less weight. Plan B, add a rocket. Alright, now you're talking. A little hydrogen engine on that. What could possibly go wrong? I love this plan. It didn't drop the weight I thought it would. That one brought me down to 37 pounds.
even then, I don't think that's enough clearance from the ground to actually be able to spin it around. No. Yeah, it's worth a shot. Let's give it a try.
Oh, I love it. Streams. So I just kind of crashed that landing, that rough landing, was because I was trying to G menu put my landing gear, my what's it called? Parachute back on my bar. Because I took it off and I forgot to put it back on. Whoops. All right. Got the parachute on there. Turn the wheels on. You coming back to give it another try?
I have to get it flipped over first, man.
Oh, you're still flipping it. Gotcha.
Yeah. It's so low to the ground that I'm having quite a lot of difficulty getting a suitable angle to actually get the crane at it, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Wing fill block. Do you know if these wing fill blocks are actually lighter than the steel plates?
It's all component based, so how many components do they take to make?
Oh. It's the exact same. One. Just one. One steel plate versus... Yeah, one steel plate. It's not going to be a big deal there. What changed from last week? I added the tanks. That's the only thing I've added. It won't provide more lift, Jacob, because if I'm understanding this right, and Wasted said it a few times, the wings aren't doing anything in the way that they are wing blocks. We're using the aerodynamics mod, so it's literally looking at the shape of the craft that you're making. It's looking for flat surfaces to use as wings. So the wings aren't using their normal script, where they just create lift if they're moving forward, which is what you're probably thinking about. It's actually the shape of the wing now that we need. I just used them because I thought they looked cool, but this should still work with just like triangular blocks. I can fatten this up a little bit more. I did change it. We made it thicker. Weapon check. Let's get in the air first before I do a weapons check, because right now I'd be shooting over Wasted's head, and that doesn't seem like a good plan. I think Larson wants me to shoot you. Well, he said he was okay. Oh, I took the weapon off. Never mind. That's right, because I was trying to lose weight. Take out the conveyors and put wing... the conveyors are heavier, but I don't think they'd be that much heavier. Compared to the tanks? Tanks are way heavier. Raven says wing blocks are lighter. Let's do a test. All right, stream, we are at 37,009. Let me see, 37,792. I'll even write it down. I will replace 3 of the blocks. Wow, I've just replaced 1. We can see exactly what the weight is. If they are lighter, we'll go with it. Yeah, just do 1. Wing fill. 3,772. They are almost 20 lighter. They are 20 lighter. Wasted. Wing fill blocks, whatever shenanigans he's used for that, are actually lighter. This is what I get for not listening to stream. Now I'll never hear the end of it. All right, pop these in. That's really cool, though. Yeah, Jacob, good call, good call. That would explain why Wasted's even so much lighter than me. He's used all the aircraft wing blocks. You're also muted, Space. Don't know if you know that.
Yeah, the only things I've got that aren't wing fill blocks are skeletal blocks, which means they're not full of the parts.
I mean, yeah, but they're small blocks, so once you put a small block down, you've used all the parts needed to weld it. Right? Like, doesn't that still mean that it's got the weight in it?
No, because I don't put because you take the parts back out as you're grinding it. So they don't have all the components in them.
Can you take the components if it's only got one component in it? Now I'm curious. Does this have its components in it? I don't think you can do that with a small block. Because the bar for taking out the last component is literally at breaking. Centerline the tanks and cut down the conveyors. Yeah, actually, that's a great idea. We can pull the tanks out. If we're only going to run 2, we can run them in those little holes right there next to the cockpit. Or embed them into the wings. We actually use the wings like a real aircraft as a fuel storage. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Oh, crap. Crap. This happens on the airfield all the time, you know, when your landing gear just flops over and falls off. It's just what happens. Shit. Shit. Up. It's all going cattywampus. Oh, I can put this here now. Did I roll up the runway? Oh no! How did I do that?
What am I missing? Just
Oh, what happened to the runway? It's gone! I mean, nope, we're fine. Oh, that's weird. So if you do any damage to the run... Oh, no way.
they disappear
it
They go back
disappears.
to the purple texture block, don't they?
Yeah, well, this one's particularly, this is the beginning, this is the start-end runway part. It turns into the frame. The rest that you're missing is I cut the wrong block away, thinking, yeah, you know.
No,
you
I can see already what's going on here.
Yes, that's what.
It's alright, that piston will fix it.
Yep.
They always fix it.
Okay, it's just a little. This happens on runways all the time. All right, people just sit on the end, the takeoff portion of a runway, and their wheels fall off. It's just what happens.
I've heard it's quite common for planes to be upside down at the end of runways as well.
Yeah, that happens all of our plans. All of our plans today just.
It's because we came in with a plan. That's the problem, Jay. That's where it all went wrong.
Yep. Oh, now I gotta figure out what my landing gear were actually attached to. Crap. And the wheel's stuck in the floor. This is fine. Just leave the piston in there. No, we need smooth. We need a nice smooth area for the wings. This is fine. I didn't think I'd be starting the stream getting it flying again. Like, that's really not what I had envisioned for this at all. 2 from the cockpit, so 1, 2, 3. I mean, at least I can replace it with that now. Did you get flipped back over, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm just putting the crane away.
Double wheels, man. Oh, balls. Oh, it's the wrong one.
Odav, I think the word you're looking for is an abomination. Because that's 2 words, isn't it?
What are we talking about?
What my design reminds him of.
Oh.
I think in particular the crane.
I was gonna say, your actual aircraft is probably the closest to a real looking one out of any of ours. Alright, that's good. One of these is not like the other. One of these is done falling over. Strength on these is supposed to be set to 21.
I feel slightly vindicated that the crane has legitimately been used a few times now.
Yeah, that thing has become
Like it's actually starting to be useful.
surprisingly useful. Okay, let's do this from below, stream. So we can see what everything's attached to and when it falls off.
Seems a bit extreme.
Well, we've learned hard lessons. I wonder which one of our aircraft are going to be faster.
Yours, I suspect.
If I can cut the weight
This
down.
thing isn't that fast.
I was just
unfortunately.
I was just thinking about, like, it's never something that you can really compare in Space Engineers, but now that we've got air friction
Oh yeah,
and a
it's just-
higher speed cap, like I was only doing at best 80 there because I was so heavy and it wasn't enough to keep me in the air. Yeah, that's something that's actually gonna be different based on design now with this mod setup. Oh. Oh, did you guys make it to Mars last night? Is that a no?
No.
Is
We-
that the yes?
Yeah. It's a no. What we did was get a. I finished a craft that is actually going to get there, like properly get there in one piece.
Mm-hmm.
However,
However,
like, that's about all we managed to get done. We're like we launched the thing is pointed like,
however,
bang at Mars, and is on its journey, but that's as far as we got.
are you guys doing? So, if you guys don't know, Wasted. Oh God, why are things falling out of the sky? He does. You guys have been doing that series for a while now. For fairly hardcore, you know, kind of similar setup to this with like you have to engineer your way around problems. Are you guys doing any kind of like pre-sent packages to Mars? Because you're gonna do survival
What-
over there, right? So are you guys
Yeah,
gonna have like
what-
supplies waiting for you?
What changed for us last time, or in how we're going to do things, is we're sort of taking almost the same approach that they took in The Martian, where there was pre-packaged stuff dropped in advance, and then there was also a very large transport vehicle sent over that was what carried the main crew. That's what
okay.
we launched last night, and we're intending on living out of that lander to begin with.
Nice.
If you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
and when we land, you've got a limited amount of power and food supplies and so on in that lander in order to collect together and sort out all the other stuff.
Okay. I'm not gonna be able to fix that. Into your inventory, it's making the plane heavier. Is it really? Nuh-uh. We're at 37739. 37792 is where we started. I haven't cut that much weight off of this. Let's see, now I'm curious. It really should be making it heavier. Holy crap, it is making the plane heavier. Yeah, personal inventory does matter. By a lot. I was carrying 10,000 kilograms in my backpack.
Yeah, that might do it.
I think I need to change our carry weight capacity at some point. I feel like it's a little silly.
Oh, really?
A little high. I mean, it's good for when you're getting started, because, man, the trips back and forth will drive you bonkers. And I know that's what we talked about when we were, like, setting up the map. You need to add weather, so you have storms incoming. Might give you better wind speed and slow your takeoff. Yeah, I would love to have more variable weather. I think that'd be very cool. But we're not gonna.
I'm not sure how you go about modeling that. That's quite a challenge there, sir.
I mean, the biggest thing you'd need is what? If you're just gonna simulate it, you just need variable visibility, and you'd need. We've already got varying winds. But I don't think they vary that much just yet. We're
Here's
still
a good question
perfectly.
that I'm gonna throw out to audience, chat, and all. From Mr. Window. Hey guys, it's been a while since I've played Space Engineers. I'm sure there have been some amazing new workshop scripts and mods. Any good calls?
Oh man, that's a can right there.
Someone jumping back into Space Engineers.
Just jumping in, I wouldn't recommend anything too complicated. You know,
Yeah,
get
I'm with
used
you
to the
there.
game. I mean, even like the quality of life mod, I don't think I'd even recommend that, because there's a lot of features there that it'd probably be better to just get in first and relearn the game. And what would you recommend?
Mr. Plane, when you stop rolling backwards in the wind. Thank you. What would I recommend? Tricky one. I would recommend... Depends if Escape from Mars was around at that point.
Oh,
To be
like last
honest.
time he played?
Yeah, depends how long ago it was. Like, how
Yeah.
long are we talking?
Is that got a good tutorial though? Because that seems like a fairly substantial challenge for a new player to jump right into. And
Well, there's a bit of a difference here in that this is a returning player and then you've got new players. So I'm kind of with you in that for a new player, I'd say stay away from a lot of stuff, give it a go in just standard survival, don't charge ahead too hard. For a returning player, I'd immediately say go and look at Bob, for example, the build nanobot build and repair system. Because if you're a returning player who wants to play survival, that's a really nice way of making survival less tedious.
I agree on that one. Absolutely.
I would also, for a returning player, recommend looking at exactly what we're messing around with a lot at the moment, which is the aerodynamics stuff, in particular Drago's aerodynamics. I mean, I know Digi's is very cool as well, but Drago is, like, he's adds a whole new meaning to it.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I had a wonderful demonstration. You know we've got the realistic thruster thing on.
Yeah.
I had a great demonstration of that in action last night on the stream, where I needed to lift up a bit of rocket to put it into position, so I just built what you would have done back in the day. You know, one of these enormous, great, like, slapped together, not even symmetrical rigs, just
Yeah.
it's got loads of thrust and the necessaries to fly.
Gyros,
Watching this thing
yeah.
immediately flip itself on its head because I'd loaded too much uranium in it, and then as soon as I took it out, try and take off in the wind. and, like,
Zero
it was
balance.
it was unflyable.
I mean, we saw the thruster balance mod in action just last stream in this series with Texas. Tex put his thrusters on the backed aft section of his craft, and they were higher than the center line, and it just pushed the nose of the craft into the ground.
Yeah,
I thought
to
that
the
was a
point where
great one.
Right now, just looking up to check where I put the thrusters on my prototype of this, because it might be that just one block offset is partly why the trim wasn't working like it used to be.
Yeah. But if I was going to recommend, like, just mods for somebody who's played before, it depends on what you want to do, man. Like, if you're coming back and you're like, I want to play with my buddies and I want to have a cooperative experience with a little bit of challenge and a little bit of action, you want some combat, go for the PvE mods. Check out Corruption and Reavers. Like, those are super fun. You can have months and months of fun with those things. The Reavers hunting you down and knowing that you could shut down your power and watch them slowly go by and not noticing you if you notice them in time. Very, like, Firefly-esque with their crazy, you know, spewing green smoke out one end because one of the reactors was damaged. It's great.
Also, I mean, just look up anything that Meridius has done pretty much in that respect, because the corruption stuff is very, very cool and very different too. Because unlike the Reavers, it's quite small ship based, so you don't tend to get. So it's more of an early game friendly one that pays. It's more about you paying attention than it is about how strong the drones are.
Yeah. I mean, you get that with, like, the Reavers aren't too bad either, because yes, they are bigger, but you have a defensive. You can go, like, silent, you know?
That's a fair point.
You can also run them both, and that's fun, because then you get all
Which is
kinds
always
of
fun
kills.
because they fight.
Yeah, they fight each other. Gives you a bit more of a feeling that the universe is a little bit more alive, which I bet with the economy mod now, you know, that'd be a lot of fun too, having those. We haven't played with those kind of PvE mods.
But didn't
since
the
the economy.
EM get an update as well?
It's had a few.
Like a
I don't
V2.
know. I don't know if it's gotten another
if it's
version. I haven't been keeping up.
Yeah.
I need to look, because yeah, that's an interesting one. I know a lot of their stations, I think, ended up in the economy mod.
Yeah, because it was the same guy who worked with Keen on the economy stuff.
The guy who originally made it. Somebody else is managing that now, I believe. That mod, not the. So, kind of interesting. It looks like you're good to go, aren't you? You're just waiting for me to get out of the way.
Pretty much.
All right, let me. I'm just dropping some weight. I'm just trying to get her flying again.
I'm fine to wait until it's daytime anyway. I've got enough challenges flying that thing around, let alone.
I think the biggest problem that I ran into is that I was carrying 15,000, 17,000 pounds in my backpack.
Yeah, I might have been messing myself over like that as well, actually. But
So,
do I?
you know what? I'm gonna build some beds. We need beds so we can sleep. The hangar's getting like a bunk space. So days can go by. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, I saw your guys' comments stream. I saw the mentions of Bob. Yeah, Bob's a good one. I don't think Bob is necessary to have a lot of fun with it, though. Bob is for more players who've been playing for a while and are just sick of welding, I think. Because there's a lot of negatives with Bob. Like, it can take out enemies. You know? It can sit there and weld enemies down.
Cheese with Bob hard if you want to.
Bob's suit can be super cheesy. On accident, too. Like, if you don't keep up with it and turn it off, Bob will eat your enemies.
At the same time, there was that period in Uncooperative Survival where we were on Mars, where we were reliant on being able to weaponize Bob because we'd managed to make the enemies so scary that it was required.
You didn't get a bed, did you?
I did, but when
you look around, is it giving you like a yellow?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
what the
that's
hell?
what the was about.
Mine's doing it too. These aren't modded. These are like normal things. It's giving me the I can access it. Oh, do we have that mod that lets you
hold
access?
Alt. Yeah, I think we do. It's part of the quality of life now. So
Yeah,
when you hold
that's what
Alt,
it's
it's
doing.
letting us access it.
Because that's supposed to let you access things
Yeah,
in the
when you're in
cockpit.
the seat.
Yeah. Okay. That must be what that's doing then.
Yep. So we can see the massive green box that's for us getting in and out from inside it, when normally you can't.
Remove the greeble blocks off the top of the engine. Why?
Oh yeah, that's also a good point. In that same series where we were ending up, we'd weaponized it. Another one, if you really want to like, raise the stakes in your game and you fancy something hard, NPC weapon replacer will allow mobs, like your enemy NPCs, to spawn with any of the weapons you have available. You know, if you've got a modded gun, they got a modded gun, and we gave ourselves some serious problems with that.
Yeah.
Because we had some pretty scary modded guns, and they got them. I mean, we even got to a point where we were fighting enemy ships that had Bob on them as well.
Ooh. Oh. I don't know how much I like that. Same thing, the same problem with the other direction now. Now they're doing
it was
crazy.
both directions. You get too close, and you're like, hang on a second, what's taking my ship apart?
Yeah. It's like the hacking drones. Like, those are cool, but some days, Why are these doors not working? Oh, because the hacker drone came over and turned off random blocks like your doors.
Oh, come on, that is kind of funny though.
It is pretty funny.
Especially
that.
as there's he's got a
Not when you
script
don't
to
realize.
counter it. He
Oh,
released
of
an
course he does.
anti-hacking script as well that
course
you
he
can
does.
run to set up to kind of protect yourself.
I always liked the actual hacking block mod. I always thought that was cool. Like you have to attach the block and then it cycles through the systems on the ship you've attached it to, and it has to take time to do it. I always thought that
Abusable
was
again though. Abusable again though. It's too easy to just wander up to some of these ships as an engineer with the stuff on you
Yeah.
to build one.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. We had a rule where like we had to disable the ship first and then attach it.
Yeah.
And it was always better to like you have to clear it, you know, going inside the enemy facility or crashed enemy ship and clear it out, which was fun.
But
So
we
now
went
I've got a
through that
heads-up
whole
camera.
period where the only way we could approach, we were in what chat said. We were in the salt cellar, which was like 100 meters underground. It was the only way we could survive, and we were shooting wrecks out of the sky. And then the only way to approach those wrecks, which had landed many kilometers away, was underground.
Oh jeez. Yeah,
You're
y'all
having to,
y'all,
like,
y'all took it to
drill
a whole
your way
nother
through.
level. With your weapon systems and then their
God,
weapon systems.
scary.
The battles were like 5 kilometers away and you had to snipe each other. And yeah, I heard about some of that. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. All right.
But crazy as hell.
What the hell? Oh, I see. I am taxiing up to the runway. Looks like the wind's
He calls
shifted.
that a taxi.
All right, I shimmied up to the runway.
Don't know what we're gonna call it, but yeah, okay.
Wheel suspension is off. Weight is at 25. Let's kill the hydrogen engine. 25,000. That is much better from the 37 we were at.
That's not bad. Oh, let me go and, yeah, good point. Emptying inventory of all of the rubbish I am carrying.
Got a blueprint. Aircraft is trying to take off on its own. Gonna get back inside. Stop rolling, please. Parking brake. All right, what am I forgetting, stream? Tell me now. Now is the time. Flaps are closed. Already got the blueprint. I have checked all wheels, propulsion off. Wind has shifted again while we've been sitting here. So it's out of the east now. It's fine. It's fine. Of course, the entire time I was working on it, the plane, I had the wind coming from the north, so directly down the runway. It was perfect. Now that I want to take off. Oh no, it shifted again. Hey, all right, I'm going.
Good luck, sir.
All right, that's off. Let's go into camera mode.
He's off at an
And
amazing rate.
there we go. We're
And he's
up.
going up. Yay!
A little bit of a dip
Congrats.
when I hit the end of the runway. That is a short runway for this. We're up. All
My
right.
turn.
You coming up?
As best I can. Wish me luck.
There we go. I don't have to hold the button down. All right. Oh, why is my speed dropping? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Me.
Damn it, it was my weight that was causing it to
Was it?
behave like it was, and so my trim is now set. I changed the trim and it's now set wrong.
Oh, no. Do you have any control?
I've got control, I just need to now do the dangerous thing ever, which is adjusting the trim on the fly while I'm flying. One moment.
Okay, the extra power is not doing any good. We've got a problem, stream. We have a big problem. Nope, I'm popping it. Popping shoot. It's not popping. Crap. Okay, I need to get more speed. If I'm gonna land, I've gotta get a ton of speed. We basically are flying on no engine power. For whatever reason, we can't keep the speed up high enough to stay in the air. So I'm diving down to get more speed. We're not gonna make the runway. And we might be able to get the speed back up. Let's see. If we can get the speed back up, we can come back. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm using manual control now. I'm not using the throttle control like I had planned.
It's just dawned on me
What's up?
that there's one final change I made to the design that I haven't made to this one.
Any power making?
Is that I made the rudder longer. because it wasn't capable of actually steering the thing in its first iteration. And guess where we are now?
Oh, speed is dying fast. Gotta dip down.
We're in emergency gyro mode is where we are now.
Oh no.
I'm not going to crash it this time just for the sake of brutally trying to fly the entire way with those. I'm going to bring it down and fix it, and then I'll fly it.
I'm
'Cause
trying
it's
to
mostly flying.
emergency land here. All right, all flaps. Close them. I'm gonna make it back to the runway. Oh, okay. All right, we got this. And flaps. Oh, made it. Oh, that was scary. What is going on? I couldn't get my speed high enough.
Well, come and watch what I'm up to then.
All right, let me get off the
might as-
runway. 'Cause you're
at
coming
least
back,
see
right?
What this looks like. Oh, slowly. I was going to fly around a bit longer, just
I'll
not
taxi off.
changing, because I got 2 hours of flight time.
Oh, I could not
was- I
keep
was-
that up there. Okay.
I was just going to fly around, ignoring the fact that I have, unfortunately, no rudder control. And in fact, if I steer using the left and right arrows, we'll pretend that's my rudder,
Where are you?
because the rudder's not long enough.
Oh, I got you. Okay, you're 3 kilometers away from base.
Bring her around into a bit of a stall, but it's fine. I love the fact that that's actually a thing.
Right.
I turned too sharply, so I stalled it a bit, and I'm gonna have to dip down and gather some more speed up.
That's what Stream just watched me do, about 10 meters off the ground. Because I couldn't get enough speed. I couldn't maintain my speed while climbing. So, whatever happened there, I'll have to figure it out. But we're watching you now. We're right behind you. Watching those control surfaces move is interesting. Now, you're running off of gyros, though, right?
Only for left and right turning. Everything else is like the twist. All of that is the control surfaces.
Nice.
It's just my rudder's not long enough to give myself actual control authority. So you can see I'm not going left or right here. That's purely that's hands-off mouse control.
Yeah.
See, even though it
that's
only
good.
just extends from the wings, it is enough.
Oh,
probably
yeah.
do with a
you
little
side
bit
slide.
more.
Oh, this is so cool. Now, how are you doing on power?
2 hours?
Oh, you're fine. You're definitely fine. I had an idea you started that the wing needs to be flat and those tanks are on the wings, not flat. Yeah, I'll remove the tanks and see what I've got. Dude, that is flying beautifully. Except for you get a stall.
Yeah, because I've got my WNS the wrong way around. Friends, don't let friends play inverted.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
she actually flies.
Yeah,
I
that's
need to
flying
adjust
great.
my trims a little bit off on the rear, but I mean I can even go so far as to do all my turns like this if I need to. She raises a bit while I do so. It's worth noting.
No, the thruster doesn't need to clear back. That's not part of the problem. It's just not how the thrusters work. So, with those controls, can you land
feel
it?
the bloomin'. I can feel the wind bloomin' fighting against me as well.
With your lightweight? Oh, I bet you can.
Yeah, it's like I'm strafing here without being able to do anything about it because the wind is going at that angle.
You're gonna have it at your back when you land. So.
Mm-hmm. Bring her around gentle.
But Grim, you might be onto something there. Yeah, you might be onto something. Maybe it's ruined my lift. Those tanks. You're probably right. Grims thinks that it might be the tanks that I have. They're not. They're ruining the lift from the wings. It's not seeing them as wings anymore because they're no longer these big flat surfaces. Which might be a thing. I don't know. I'll remove the other 2 tanks and we'll see what we get because we have our weight back down to kind of where we were last week. We don't have enough lift. That's the problem. And we've got way too much drag. So you're way off. You're gonna have to come over hard.
I'm not planning on hitting the
Right.
runway.
Oh, you're not gonna hit the runway?
No, come on, dude. How hard do you want to make it for me?
It's what the runway's for.
I don't have proper control over this at the
You
moment.
just gotta hard to starboard and hard to port, and you're there. Boom. Ah, you got it.
I'd rather actually. Oh, we're jumping.
Oh, don't bounce.
Oh yeah, I've got air brakes, haven't I? I forgot. That was without even using the air brakes.
Oh, thank you, stream. I forgot. Why didn't the parachute work is the real question of the day. There's a parachute in there. Did you guys lie to me? Can you not side pack a parachute? Does it have to be vertical?
It has to be vertical.
Oh, drop a chip, yeah. Everybody was like, no, it's fine. It'll be fine. You guys are trying to sabotage me. That's...
I would, to be honest, be upset if they weren't.
Don't need no
Good on you,
stupid
stream. You keep that up.
Wait, I thought we had something, stream. I thought we were cool. I thought we were cool. That's all right. I'll put it here. I hope it actually is. Like, I really hope that my issue is these tanks where they are, and it flies fine, because if that's the case, I can bury these in the wing, or I can bury them in here. We'll have lift
I thought
again.
you were just going to say you can bury them.
Or I could just bury them into the ground, which is probably what I'm going to do with this aircraft if I'm not careful. It'd have to be facing backwards or vertical. Oh, is that right? Okay. Alright. Alright. Let's make this like a little... Look at that. Now we can access it. Bam. Bam. So what's the script that you're using for your control surfaces? Stream is asking.
1 second, dude. Just dealing with a couple of subs.
Roger. I installed it earlier today. I don't remember. I know we're using a mod and he's using a script. I don't remember the names though.
Okay, I'm using a combination of two. I'm using the one that means that I can actually bind it to the normal controls and make it WASD, Q and E so that it feels natural, is the control module, which is a mod. The one that means that I can press a single button and have it do a whole bunch of rotor stuff all at one button press is Easy Automation V2 by Coron. And between the two of them, you can take Coron's Easy Automation to write some fairly complex little, imagine them as like a mini script of commands you want to run. And you can refer to those by running that programming block with a certain tag associated with it. It all works through LCDs, basically. Very similar to object-oriented programming, except with a pseudo script on top of it, for anyone that understands that side of things. And then between the two of them, you make something that can actually respond to that sort of thing. And it can be used to do all sorts of stuff. I'd used it previously. This is the same setup I used, Shaq, believe it or not, to make the crane in Group Survival.
Really? Oh, wow.
It was
That's
Easy
a
Automation
throwback.
V1 at that point, rather than V2. It's been changed and has a load more functionality. And if you really want to go deep into it, it can do else, if, so on statements. It can reference itself in other code blocks. Like, it's really clever. And it enables you to do things like move rotors to a precise location without relying on rotor limits. You can just say,
Nice.
go to 15 degrees. And
JT,
obviously
thank you
that's
so much for that
really
$1
quite helpful.
donation. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get in messing with that. I want to get this just flying in general right now, because for whatever reason, I lost my lift.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we'll just leave those there for now. We can cut these out. So what do you got to fix there? Because I know you're having some issues.
I've got to fix the tail, and I've got to reverse which way around my elevators are working, because it's the opposite way around to the way your brain wants them to work. You know, with the whole like pull back on the stick, push forward on the stick thing, being
Yeah.
the opposite way around to how you'd normally do any other control. I got them flipped.
Redesign.
Oh, nice one, Klein. Thank you, dude. You got the creator of that particular interaction mod is here.
Oh,
in
nice.
stream chat, and he's going to fix the bed interactions, apparently.
Dude, well done.
Not that it was that much of a problem, but I mean, it's a cool little bit of extra functionality.
Arctic says, sorry, Shaq, but for every good piece of advice we give you, we must give you at least 10 horrible pieces of advice. And I don't
That
know which ones.
sounds legit.
This is the rules at which the chat must operate.
Well, it's not even. I don't even think you can go so far as saying it's the rules by which chat must operate. I think it's just the rules by which chat operates, whether or not they realise it.
No, I believe they all came together one day.
Made one grand.
They made a
union.
manifesto that they all have to live by. All of them. In my brain, this is canon. We, the stream chat.
The question is, how do you mobilise them, Shaq?
I don't know. How do they... Oh. It's the House of Clang. Was it 2 on the side? 3. That'll cut down on a little bit of extra weight. Move the tanks so they are completely useless where they are now. And they're empty, which makes me sad. I could have emptied the other tanks into the new ones. What could have been? No, that's the cockpit. Crap. Don't weld that. Don't grind that. I need that. Those are important parts. Those aren't extra parts. Most things are extra parts. That is not.
You heard it here first. There are some parts that Shaq does consider important and not extra parts.
Well, yeah.
This is a
Any
whole new
part
side of
I'm
Shaq I've
sitting
not seen
in.
before.
Come on now. Uh-huh. Oh, great. Shaq's turned on us. Turned on you? That's not how this conversation started. No. I don't remember how this conversation started, but it didn't start like that. I believe I was betrayed by the stream. Pretty sure that's how this started.
Oh, cool.
Does that really go to nothing? No, it does. Oh.
I think I'll make one adjustment to what you have to say there. He says, if you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire chat. And I'm going to change one bit of that line. It's the, and if you can find them to, and if they can come to a damn consensus.
Yes. That's accurate. That's accurate. I did a vote. I think it was a Stellaris one. It was probably one of the last ones that I've done. And I was like, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to do this or that? Because I couldn't come up to a decision myself. And the vote was like, 49-51 on the split. It's like, oh.
It's the grand argument about whether or not you give people 2 choices or 3 choices. Because 2 choices at least ensures that you don't end up with just an almost meaningless vote. But 2 choices also means that you end up half the time with that 50-50 scenario. Whereas if you put the 3 choices in and have a stupid one, you kind of get rid of all of the meh votes on that.
Yeah.
And only the people that really have an opinion vote.
All right, you've heard it here, folks. Now you see when I ever do, I do a vote. There's going to be 3 choices, and the third one will be the wasted option.
Oh,
That's what we're gonna call that.
I like
see,
that.
See that? How
I'm
that
down
works?
for this already.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
Man. I'm just piping my fuel tanks. Don't mind me. We need a liquid fuel mod. I'm starting to feel like we need a
Shaq.
liquid fuel mod. Why?
No.
I'm trying to use hydrogen over here, which really
Because-
doesn't work great. I don't
Think for a second. If you were doing a series based around launching rockets, what would be the first path you travelled down?
Fuel paths, I assume?
Yeah, making the fuel you put into those rockets actually have weight.
Oh, did that not work out for you?
Space engineers doesn't know how to deal with it properly, because as soon as something becomes a gas, it's not only weightless, but it can go anywhere you want. And it's impossible to fuel anything hydrogen based off of something that isn't gas. It needs gas. And anything based off of hydrogen style fueling requires what is essentially, in space engineers terms, a gas, which can go anywhere and ignore all of your sorting rules, all your conveyor rules, and doesn't weigh anything. The solution we had was to basically get some generators that run off ice, that generate from ice to oxygen, so to hydrogen, so quickly
Yeah.
that they can power the thruster direct. So you don't have any tanks. It just powers, goes ice, generator, thruster. But your problem runs in when you start to want to control where that gas is going, because you don't have any. Space engineers, it'll go down anywhere it wants.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the... okay, this just gets more complicated then.
Yeah, it's an intrinsic sort of thing in space engineers that they're just really awkward to mod with, because they've got much more, like, there's no cargo system rules for a liquid, which would be the sort of the middle point. There's only, is it an item, in which case it goes through the cargo system and obeys all rules, or is it a gas, in which case it ignores all those rules.
Stream, I'm gonna remove the tank. Don't worry, guys. I got your back. I'm on that. I just, I need to empty it first. It's all part of the plan. I'm gonna pop it, but I have to remove it first.
I kind of... Right, I'm going to go and set the drill up to do some more, so we've got some longer runway if we wanted. I kind of want to go for a test flight, but ideally we should be heading our way towards a base next, I think.
Yeah.
At least to scope out.
If this works, I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
Mine flies well enough that I can get there and back if I need to, you know.
Oh, it's empty. Shit. Is it empty or is it not powered up? I think it's not powered up. No, it's empty. All right. Looks like when you grind down the hydrogen tanks, they immediately empty. No. Yes. Maybe. Solid maybe.
Energy low.
I was hoping it'd kind of be like a battery. It would just be, meh, it's fed. But now, once you've ground them down to a certain point, it looks like they die off. I had a plan, Stream. I had a plan. Didn't work out.
Inventory full.
Oops. Those are extra parts.
Okay, well, one nice thing about leaving the drills running this whole time is we've got 50k gravel just sitting here waiting.
Nice.
So I might actually be able to build another section to the runway quite quickly.
I'm down with this. Let me drop off all my stuff. I need to take around one more. I guess the next test flight will be the go flight.
Assuming that nothing goes wrong with yours, I think mine's going to be good enough that I can get there and back. Even if I can't land at the target, we might as well go and scope out what we're dealing with.
Indeed.
Work
I'm
out
with
if
you.
there is a place to land. I think, because this is going to come up, the economy-based thing is within a safe zone. That safe zone prevents damage from being dealt.
Okay. So wait.
So people will suggest that we just crash land in that area because it won't hurt.
Yeah.
I know. So I'm raising it before people go down that route.
Yeah.
That is boring as all hell.
Yeah. The you're magically invincible.
Mm-hmm.
Is silly, and I don't like it. I don't mind, and I like the idea. I get why they did it. I get why they have them, why they have the shields for public servers. That's fine with me.
Yep.
It makes sense. It's probably the best choice. I mean, I wouldn't know what to do with that. But yeah, that seems. There's my cockpit. Fighter cockpit. There we go. I'm just getting the tanks and getting them something in it. If you're wondering
all
what
good.
the heck I'm doing.
You're all good. I think I might go and grab a quick drink before we do our takeoff.
Roger, roger. Let's turn that off. Are they not refilling?
It comes a little bit too easily to him, I think.
Man, you don't know. You don't know how many years I've been playing Empire War, okay? You just...
No, fair enough.
You
fair
don't.
enough. I do. We talked about it on stream the other night.
Wait, you guys did?
Yeah.
Is it auto refilling this?
Yeah, we were talking about Total War, and we were like, oh, why don't you 1v1 Shaq? If we got, you're really good at tactics. It was like, Shaq will wreck me. Do you have any idea?
Many hours in that game. Also, Empire War is... You can cheese. Like, I love the game, but it is not the greatest of strategy games when it comes to, like, balance.
I was informed that what I would need to do was just swamp you with E-Wings for dual reasons.
I don't like where any of this is going.
I think you already know where this is going, to be honest. I think enough said.
Stream, why? See? What did I say? Oh, I know what's going on. The hydrogen freaking engine is running. That's what that rumbling is, Shaq. That's why your tanks aren't filling up. Something else is eating them. Do you have to leave auto refill turned on the tanks for them to actually refill?
No, that's bottles. Don't want that on.
Okay. Oh, auto refill bottles. Off and on.
Back in 1 sec.
Roger. Stockpile off. Stockpile off. There we go. Now it's... Okay, I just screwed up the settings. Okay, there we go. We're refilling. We're good. We're good here, stream. Hi. Now, what am I forgetting? What is left? What is left?
Energy critical.
I emptied my backpack. We're not carrying anything too crazy. It doesn't have its stripes anymore, which makes me sad. But it can be fixed. That's our fuel refill port, if you're wondering why that looks different on one wing it's supposed to. It's our cargo container access. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know why we got two small light blocks right here. Let's fix that, and that, and that, and weld it. Fix the piping? What's wrong with the piping? They're not the same on both sides, that's true. That's not supposed to be the same on both sides. I don't even got a carton there.
Oh, hang on. Oh, sorry. I thought someone was suggesting there in chat for a second that Space Engineers was the same game when planets were introduced as it was before.
Oh, it's the same plane. Absolutely. Same exact game. Never, doesn't change.
That's not what they were saying. I missed it. There was two different conversations going on.
Gotcha.
I was just thinking to myself, while it may not be the most elegant of implementations, in particular, ore balance I think is done wrong. Planets has increased the amount of enjoyment I would have had in this game by twofold. I spent twice as much time playing it as I think I would have done had it only been space.
As much as people complain about planets, I think I'm with you on this. Yeah, I mean, like we spend more time on planets, I think.
It's because it's in environment number 2 with different rules, slightly
Yeah.
different physical concerns, and so.
And the
The only
mods
thing I
have
think they
gone
got-
crazy with it.
Yeah. The only thing I think they got wrong with it, as far as because I don't think the water was the thing they got wrong with it. It did not need water simulation. Was how they handle the fact that you can't get uranium on planets, and there's certain ores that just aren't possible to get on planets. I think they could have done a better job of hiding those things in distant locations to where you can possibly spawn.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can only spawn in, say, around the equator, and the really rare stuff is at the poles, so you have to travel for it.
Strife and Grim,
All
thank
the
you for the heads up on
really
the
rare
wings.
stuff is
Took
very
care of
deep,
them,
so
but
you
thank you
have
so
to
much
go
for the
and search
donations.
underground for it. But outside of that,
And
I think
Synth
the amount of
Weasel,
extra
thank you
gameplay
for the
this has added,
P51
with the
comments.
huge
Looking
range
good,
of
man.
extra challenges
I'm
you
really
can
happy with
build
it.
yourself to try and do silly planes and wheel digging machines and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
great
can't-
addition.
You can't really like. They came out with wheels. Like it's weird to think about, but wheels have been out for
Wheels
ages.
came first.
Way
Yes.
early. They had wheels out way early compared to. We only had asteroids back then. You couldn't drive on those, and you had to put mass blocks on your builds to drive with the with the
Yes.
wheels.
No,
Remember?
I remember. I was making survival mode blooming cable car systems using them at the start. Well, like, we had a few buggies, but it very quickly worked out that those were essentially useless because you never had long enough distances to go. But moving things around automatically, that was helpful.
Yeah. No, I think planets were a great move. I mean, hell, we wouldn't have been able to do group survival. We're just waiting
No.
for the fuel tanks to fill, guys. If you're wondering why we're just kind of digging around here.
just having a little natter by the side of the lake.
Yeah. I'm not sure they're gonna make a huge difference on power, but we'll see. Here, come and take a walk with me real quick around this thing, and I need another set of eyes. So it flew last stream. The end of it was fine. This stream though, it seems to be struggling.
Okay.
I added tanks. The tanks are gone. There are back up here. I did put them back up here, but it's like lift and power. It's just not getting enough lift. It's not getting enough speed.
Where your majobbies are. You're not locked to the
So-
ground or anything, are you? Why can't I see the? Oh, that's advanced lift, isn't it? Oh. Can you flick advanced lift on briefly? In fact, do you fancy? No, flick advanced lift on briefly. You'll see why.
Okay. Let me turn
We'll turn
my
it back
UI
off again.
All right. So you want advanced lift? True. It's on.
Right, now look at the model. With a block out.
What am I looking at?
Can you see the big purple and
No.
green lines coming at it?
Just like holding a block onto the build?
Yeah.
No, I don't see any of that. Is that something I have to turn on?
Shouldn't be. You got your UI on, yeah?
Yeah, UI's on. Purple and what now? I don't see any of that.
It's showing you where your center of mass and center of lift is.
I don't know. I think you have to turn that on somehow. Maybe. I do not see. Where are you? Purple block. Where are you looking at? Purple block. Where do you see that? Like on the
It's not
actual
purple block. Yeah, it's like imagine Keen's center of mass and lift things, but made way bigger so they actually poke out the sides of the model properly and are accurate instead of inaccurate.
Yeah, no, I don't see any of that.
Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going
Oh,
to.
God, I left more blocks over here. I see it stream. I see it now. I mean, I wasn't really looking for it before, but now I see it.
Your new favorite keybind stream, it is Windows Shift S. It is the new snipping tool and is amazing.
Oh,
To
God, I left Windows. more Oh, blocks you're giving me a over here.
Oh.
screenshot.
yeah, I'm going to show you because it'll show you where your center of mass and lift are.
Okay. Before we take these out. I'm excited to take this thing out. Let me check my fuel real quick, make sure she's still refueling. And she's... Get them at least at half before we go. Oh, they're over half. Nice. Does not take much to fuel this.
There you go, I dropped it over on Discord.
All right. Oh, yeah, I don't see any of that.
You don't see that at all, yeah.
No.
That's why I wanted the advanced lift on briefly because it gives you like a really clear visual representation.
And it's center of mass. Is that what I'm looking at here?
But you're looking at center of mass and center of lift. Purple is lift, green is mass.
Okay, so my lift should be slightly above my center of mass. On that image that you sent me. That should be fine.
Yeah, it's more horizontally where they're lined up.
I'm front heavy slightly is what you're worried
You're
about.
front heavy,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's that engine, that giant engine that I
You're,
got in
you're
the
front heavy and your lift is a bit far back for it.
Intel, it's in the info panel, Shaq. The info panel for the model?
It must be for the mod because I don't have it on in the info panel. That's the standard Space Engineers one you're looking at. I mean, you can turn advanced physics off and turn that one on, but you'll see what I mean about how it's a lot harder to use.
Digiphysics are disabled currently. Heat damage enabled. Physics, advanced lift true.
Yeah, chat, if I'm saying these are certain colors and they're not actually those colors, that's because it's me. Ignore me.
I see a purple and a yellow line,
Okay, yellow, not green. Roger.
but I don't see the info panel. Am I just not?
I think they were talking about the normal Space Engineers info panel, so pressing I and going to info, because in there's a center of mass and a Griv pivot option you can turn on.
Center mass. Okay.
Griv pivot being kind of center of lift, but it's where the grid's going to pivot around.
Yeah, now I see that.
Okay,
and
you
it's
might
just
as well pop advanced lift off, but yeah, you can see how not helpful that is in comparison.
yeah, that's not great. I mean, the center mass
It's
on this is
there.
right at the cockpit, which isn't terrible.
Yeah, that's why I don't believe it. It's always right at the cockpit.
It should be a little bit farther ahead because of the heavy
Yeah,
engine.
I
Because there's
don't-
nothing in the
I
back.
just-
Actually, it might be better now because I've got the 2 tanks in the back. Those are really heavy. So maybe.
You have shifted those further back than they were.
They were on the wings. There were 4 of them, so now they're a little more centerline. All right, let me turn off. What was it? Advanced lift, right? Turn that off. What is the advanced
turn that
lift
off.
option in here?
Advanced lift turns on some more complicated physics calculations for how the aerodynamics are working. So he starts to try and simulate airflow over the surfaces as a whole, where like multiple surfaces will interact with each other, rather than just going, what's the profile of this ship? Does that produce lift? How much lift? Where? It starts going, okay, you've got multiple lift surfaces here and here, so what would that do when they're interacting with each other? Where would they pivot because of it?
Yeah.
Which can make things a lot more tricky.
Taxiing, sorta.
You is that what you call it?
Yep. Yep. Hey, we can't actually get out and just push the damn thing, so here we are. I guess we could drag it. We could get like a.
The ultralight taxis.
I mean, I could taxi forward. You shouldn't be able to taxi backwards though, with your wheel propulsion turned off. There's no propulsion on wheels. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to give it a try, man. Let's see what happens. I think we
Cool.
got it now.
Meteor storm.
You want to go first? I suspect yours. I'm reasonably confident I'm actually going to be able
Yeah,
to move.
I can go first if you want. I'm burning up the last of my ice now. Captain, how dare you commit heresy by building a Daka jet? I thought you were a guardsman. No Daka on here. This isn't an orc jet. How dare you?
It does look a lot like one because they are based off the Mustang.
No, but it's not like there aren't extra bits hanging off now. I cut them off. I'll just taxi past you. I'm sure this is gonna be fine. Simbadge, thank you for the support. Appreciate it. Hey Shaq, are you going to see a Star Wars SE battles? Yeah, soon. Soon. I'll do them over Twitch, and then I'll edit them for YouTube. So if you're into joining on that, you got to be over on the Twitch side of things. Okay, you good? You ready?
As I'll ever be.
Yep.
What about you, sir?
Oh, I wish I was more confident that I am. Oh, hey, real quick. I gotta
The
drop my
only thing
cargo.
I did forget.
Inventory. Drop your
Yeah,
inventory.
I forget my. But hang on.
Bleh.
You got any? You could add some rear wing surface to this that works with how the Mustang looks.
Let
I
me
don't know
get
if
it
you-
flying the way it is now before I try adding like control surfaces to it. You know what I
I
mean?
wasn't thinking control surfaces. I was just thinking more wing surface actually,
Oh yeah, no, wing
and
surface is
then-
great. Let's do that.
because you've got the. I don't know if you've noticed them, but there's another variant of the wing blocks that's a much more fightery sort of style. Like it's an angled one instead of a curved one, and they look very nice for building the trailing edge of wings.
Which one are you talking about? I'm down for trying. All right, I'm
I'll stick
back.
one down.
I'm back. What do you got?
Show you what I mean.
Take a blueprint. Well, it looks like we're gonna be. Oh yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah. I need parts. Whee! You know all those things I just dropped off. Steel plates and grids. So do. More wing is good. Oh, that's
think-
much nicer.
I think more lift will help you out as well. So,
Yeah. Oh, that's good. I like where my flaps are too. This is. I don't know why I didn't try this one. I think I was more so focused on just using blocks because we were talking about how they
I'm
don't
just
really.
getting it working, yeah. But
And I've redone this a
it's
few times.
Nice little variant that you've got available where you know, just having a trailing edge style that's
That's-
different to the front edge is nice. They're also really good for doing much more modern style fighters, I'm sure you can imagine.
Oh yeah, I'm leaving the red too. I like that. I like that. All right, I'm feeling good.
Cool.
Let's give it a go. Hydrogen should be already tapped out, or the ice, so that'll drop that weight. I'm still carrying a little bit. How much am I carrying? Yeah, I'm gonna drop the last bit of this off. And then we'll go for a flight.
Doesn't hurt, does it? Let's give ourselves all the chances.
All the
probably.
chances of this working, for sure. See, I'm a little concerned or curious why, like, I have so much thrust. As long as I can power it, I should be fine here. I should have a really high top speed.
What you can try and do is set your wheel friction to 0.
Oh,
It's going to make your landing interesting. You're going to rely purely on brakes, but I feel like wheels are often interfering.
even flying? All right. You said friction
no, not
to
flying.
0? That's what I'm worried
You shouldn't
about.
have. Oh,
Yeah,
right,
no,
okay.
ground is no problem. What I'm worried about is actually staying in the air, keeping up enough airspeed and getting enough lift.
Have a look at your power. I bet you're overloading.
I don't think so. I
You-
was pretty
Yeah.
focused on it the whole flight. Oh, stream, you're right. Like, I was watching it because remember, I'm trying out the hydrogen system, so it's pretty important to every one of the flights that I do. All right, we got a new blueprint. My stream is freaking out about blueprints right now. I got you guys. Hey, Fenrir, thank you for the support,
Cheers,
man.
DS.
How dare you... Oh, I already read that one. It was the DACA one. I got you. All right, you good?
Ooh, thank you, Grot. Invert controls. 1 sec.
Okay. Watch how much power I've got, how quickly it drops. It's the Imperial Thunderbolt. Is that what I built? Hang on, I'm gonna Google it while he's doing that.
Did you, yeah, Imperial Thunderbolt, or there's like a captured orc variant.
Imperial Thunderbolt fighter. If I did, ooh, that's actually really cool looking. No, I need twin engines on either side of the cockpit for it to be that. That's pretty key feature, it looks like, of that one. But I see what you're talking about. It's close. It's close. All right, man. You good? You invert your stuff?
No, I'm just doing it now.
Okay. Throw on my brakes because I'm running out of runway.
Oh, God, I was doing it on the wrong one as well. Thank God I noticed that before I took off.
Really, Sovereign? I have the F key at the ready. All right, I think we're good. Oh, let me change my antenna real quick. You let me know when you're good. I'm just gonna name it Shack so you can find me quickly. ARM, Armco Shack. And you
think
tweaked
I'm
your
all working.
control surfaces, so you're good.
Yeah. So I've got more rudder authority and stronger rear control surface.
All right, here we go. I'm gunning it.
Good luck, sir. I'm coming. Ooh, slightly ropey takeoff, but it
Uh,
seems to have worked for you.
Yeah, that was a little twitchy, but I'm up. I'm up. Speed is the exact same as it was. I'm getting a lot of drag. But I'm up. And I am climbing, and I am actually accelerating, so that's better than it was. With the wind at my back, so that kind of sucks. Oh, it's so questionable. Let's go ahead and rotate. Look at my speed stream. It seems like 80 meters a second is the requirement for my ability to stay up in the air. And I'm not keeping it as soon as I turn. I'm not maxing out speed either. What in the world? Look at that, my speed just dropped like a rock.
Have we got your brakes open or anything funny like that?
Nope, brakes are fine. I am into the wind right now.
The wind is really messing me around. I can tell you that much. It's really giving me some interesting time.
I see you up. Yeah, I see you up. I should be like a bat out of hell with how much thrust I've got versus my weight.
Yep.
And I am not. But I'm still up, so it is flying better. I have 18 minutes without my hydrogen thruster on.
I don't know why, but for some reason my rudder is still doing absolutely nothing.
I want to go to my HUD camera. Look at me drop stream. I'm all right. We're not dropping too fast. With the wind at our back, that's when we get 80 meters a second. When we go into it, we drop to 60. I guess that's speed over ground. So let me form up with you. You're already heading more or less the right direction. Let's keep heading southwest. I'll see if I can catch up to you, and we'll head over to the base. Oh yeah, that's so weird.
Okay, I'm learning that I can't fly once the wind gets up too high in this.
Really?
Basically.
As soon as you break over like the mountainside there, you just lose it?
Yeah, it's like if I
It's
turn
too
my
light.
apparently it's too light. Yeah.
It's too light, it doesn't have enough power. Oh, that is cool though. Are you just dipping? Trying to get speed?
Not intentionally.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got caught by a gust there.
It is rotating. We're now into the wind. Oh god, my speed just dropped.
Yeah, I'm
Hard.
being pulled around, so it wants me to go with the wind
Oh
regardless.
god,
of what
I'm
I
dropping
do.
so fast. 80 meters a second. I have no forward.
In fact, it just constantly wants to
Oh, I bounced. What the hell was
turn
that?
one direction, regardless.
I just hit the ground
It
hard.
wants to spin.
Hang on, what's the conversion to that?
I know the gyro is still on, guys. That's because if I turn it on, the spin just gets worse. Look, it just wants to rotate on itself. Did I build those rear rotors too close to each other? Maybe.
It's only 15 knot wind. It's not that bad. Well, we didn't die, stream. I'm gonna take off again. That was bizarre. I think that engine cowling is grabbing it? Why would it grab anything? It's completely flat.
Have you adjusted the drag multiplier? Realistic is 100, 500 is default. And slowed you down something awful.
I have not changed it.
Where's that info from, Nib, out of interest? Like, why is it on such a high one by default then?
Oh, you know why it's on a high one, because the base speed is so low. If you want to even feel it, you gotta have it really high.
I swear he said it was going to auto adjust, but
Oop, there's some rough terrain there.
possibly Mr. Worst?
You want to do
Doubt
some
it for
drag?
that little weight.
Drag mess around a bit, because we're only in like a 15 knot breeze, man. You should be able to fly through that.
Yeah, we've consistently had problems with you guys not being able to get up speed that makes any sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I'm now running into issues where, like, I tested this design and it works, and now it's not, and it's the wind. The way I'm moving around is like, I think.
Stryth, as much as I'll take it out, I'll open it, because I know a lot of people are wondering that. The engines don't actually intake anything in the base game. So I will open it back up on the off chance that there's some weirdness going on. But there shouldn't be. So that's about as open as it was. I had this just open pit in front of it. We'll give it a go. No reason not to. And here, I'll tell you what. Are you still in the air?
Yep,
I'm going to go to the mod settings.
give it a go.
And let's see.
And I'll be
here.
prepared as I can to adjust for it.
Server setting. Simulate wind is on. So what is it that we need to change? We're talking about drag multiplier. It's at 500 right now.
Yeah, it's changing that to 100 for realistic, apparently.
Well, it's at 5. So what does stream set, or what is chat saying it should be at?
100.
Oh, all right. So change it to 100. Done. How's it flying?
immediately completely different. All downwards movement stopped.
Yeah, I've got a jet engine on this thing, and I can't get past cruising, like a
I'm going over
ultralight
100
cruising
meters a
speed.
second now. I need to close down, slow
right.
down.
Taking off. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm off the ground. I'm over 100 meters a second, no problem. Accelerating to 150. No, plenty of lift now because there's lots of wind going over the wings. I can actually most likely use my engine throttle controls now. What is this black magic? What have we done? Let's give it a little bit more power. Now we'll be able to balance power. Oh, that was the thing. Stream, good job. Good call. So something's weird. I think it was running. It was flying fine last time, so I wonder. You near the lake?
No, I am 9.8 clicks out from destination.
Speed?
66, 67.
I want to try real controls now with this speed. All right, I'm on my way. I'm gonna try to catch up to you. Let's give it a little bit of the oomph.
I'm keeping it nice and slow for now, so that you've got a chance to come and join me.
I'm full power yet. Let's do it.
Hopefully not stalling, but yeah.
Yeah. So my roll is still really slow. I've got plenty of speed now. Yeah, this is good. This is good. I don't see you. Change your antenna speed range if you would. You said you're heading toward the objective, right? So.
Mm-hmm.
Broadcast range is now 50,000. I got you. Yeah, I see you. I was going 150 in a climb. No problem. He's gonna burn a lot of speed there, a lot of power though. I'll cut that back once we get catch up. Here he is.
Hello.
All right. What's your cruise speed?
Stalling?
You're stalling right now?
Yeah.
All right. Well, your stall speed is going to be really low compared to mine, so I'm going to probably just blast past you. Oh, you're aiming straight up. That's why.
I can't adjust it because I don't have enough wind speed to do anything about it.
Oh no.
The
Oh,
Atmo
so you're in a
thrusters up
flat.
here.
So you're just dropping right now.
Yeah.
Uh oh. This is the space engine version is like a tailspin.
The Atmo thrusters up here are so weak, even at full strength, I'm gonna have to stay lower down than I am.
Because your altitude is too high. That's actually pretty cool. All right, I'll follow you down. Yes, stream. I slammed my flaps to brake. I used my air brakes to do what they're meant to do. That's what that was. I mean, I might have to pop half of these just to keep at your speed. Have you gotten control again?
Yep.
Excellent. What's your speed? I'm trying to come up on you.
Climbing now. I've still got the issue where it wants to slightly twist to one side, and I don't quite know why. Okay, so the IDCT station is actually behind us.
Yeah, you turned around. Or got turned around. But I'll just follow you. Do whatever you need to do. Oh, this is great. I'm so glad we figured it out.
It's cool.
So if you're wondering what happened there, stream, it looked like we had this crazy multiplier for we need a little bit more power for our drag, meaning that I couldn't get enough. I could not get enough speed to cut through the drag. But now Oh, did you pack a chute? Stream wants to know.
Yep.
Captain Fenrir wants to know. Nice.
Yep.
I did too, but I didn't put it on my bar. Crap.
Mine's on my bar and bound to my opening rather than any sort of auto deploy.
So was mine. Totally should have done that beforehand, but I'm a little bit above you. I'm on your right-hand side. Flying with you. I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Oh, there's the base. Wow, that took us an entire stream last time to make this journey on ground in the truck.
Wow.
Uh-oh, what's wrong?
Where it is.
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to land down there. Look at the
Rise above
south
it, though,
side of
maybe.
it. Yeah, the south side of it looks a
Up here's
little bit.
doable by the looks of things.
All right, let me get turned around here. I'll come back. And
Woof. It's not great.
This is my fastest
I'm
turn
honest.
speed stream. This is something we got to work on, but. All right, let me pass by and take a look. There's Zay Wasted. Oh man, trying to land in this. So our plan was to land. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to do that.
I got an idea.
All right, what's your thoughts?
Head back to base.
Yeah.
Land. One of us parachutes out
It builds the runway.
and builds ourselves at least something, or checks what we need to drop off there. I mean, maybe we just do it by dropping stuff.
Oh, I love it. All right, I'm down with this plan. We carry something over here, maybe drop it with a parachute, and then somebody dives out and builds a thing, or we just keep funneling resources over. This is a great plan. I think I lost you. Still alive? Oh yeah, you are. You're way over there. All right. Oh man, as soon as look at my power stream. So this is about cruise speed for the engine, or RPM. So I get about 16 minutes left on fuel. Now watch me go full power to catch up to wasted. And I can go right over the mountainside. 8 minutes, half, cuts it in half. Let's kick on the hydrogen engine and recharge the batteries a bit.
I'm just having a lot of fun flying me microlight around in the mountain.
It's working, man. It's working great. This is cool. Airdrop resources, exactly.
Our experience with driving trucks over has not been great. Let's be real.
We did it. And we could, we did make, the worst part of it, we made a bridge. There's a bridge there now. 7 minutes left of fuel. You and the base is right there, 5 kilometers away. So I just need to come around a little bit more. Do I hear C-130 being built? I mean, we could do small cargo drops now to get the airfield, a small airfield, like a grass field built there. Fenrir. It could be a thing. I think that's what we're planning on doing now. And then build that up into something we land a proper, team-built, large aircraft. Alright, let's kick on our backup power. Hydrogen engine's on. So notes for next iteration, Mando says, add another gyro, elongate the tail, beef up the rear wings with actual wing parts. Yeah, those aren't bad ideas. There's ways. Hey, man.
Hello.
I think
Just taking me microlight through these mountains here.
I think my power readouts are lying to me. They tell me with my hydrogen engine on, I've got years and years and years of fuel for days. And then without,
Yeah,
I have 6 minutes if I keep it on like full blast, which by the way, I'm caught up to you now.
Fair enough. I'm currently flying in first person with UI off, so focus mode is engaged.
Right. Yeah, don't bleed too much speed. You're gonna end up in one of these mountains. I had to add a camera so I could get a good look. Anything below me. And there's the base. There's the runway, which we never put lights on, and it's evening. You ready to do some landing? Night landing?
Going for it. Let's see if I can make the runway this time.
Yeah, that's our roll speed right now, stream. That's as fast as we can do it. I feel like we need freaking 9 more gyros. Did you land?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully soon.
Because for me, it says you're like, oh, you're coming in now. Okay.
It's a bit hot.
Oh, you bounced. Oh, not so much.
Oh, I was a bit over keen there. That was real steep for an approach velocity.
Alright, power.
Only barely had the power there to actually pull the nose up when I needed to. We were almost stalling.
Alright, I'm coming in now. Oh, I thought I heard the engine just cut out. Like, oh god. Well, looks like it's gonna be an emergency landing. I don't know why that just happened. No, we're fine. Yeah, my problem is gonna be my turn speed is ridiculous. Like, I just can't maneuver. It's so slow. I'm not quite sure how to fix that either. Gyros is all I can think. The stream, you're seeing my maximum turn rate right now. Yeah, let's cut the engines way back. I can turn a lot faster if we're going really slow. Alright, UI off. Be great if we put lights on the runway, but we never did. Here's the runway. Okay, those flaps are silly effective.
Yeah.
I think I only need one. I don't need 2 running.
You got to be real careful with those things because they
Manual
nail
control.
your velocity.
Coming in. 15 meters. 35 meters a second. 11. Flare. And down. Oh, that's fantastic.
Nice. GG.
That is super fun.
Wonderful what a gyro does for you. I'm gonna cut your tail off for that.
Dude, my gyros are barely functioning. Did you
Now,
see how
gyros always
long
strugg-
those turns were?
Gyros always struggle with roll for some reason. I tell you what, if nothing else, you need that's what flaps we can give you first, because they're the most reliable flaps on my vehicle as well. It's the roll flaps on Q and E.
Yeah, I'm down. Better control surfaces are just like a must, because right now I wouldn't fly through there again. I also need to recharge. I've got, yeah. Actually, what I can do is I can just let the engine run and let it charge up. Let's do that. Engine's on. Thrusters off. Looks like I got a little generator running now.
Nice.
Sadly, the battery charge time is going to be ridiculous. Yeah, it's like 4 hours if I try to do it just off of hydrogen. F's retreating. F's disengaged. You guys, you're just waiting. You're waiting for the crash. All right, so what are you talking about adding here?
I'm talking about adding just the parts that are on, just your ailerons, basically. No elevators or anything like that. Just ailerons. And yeah, those could probably do with being winged.
Yeah, I'm gonna bust those off. Stream is like, just do it for looks at least, Chuck. I can't take it. Okay,
And they are 100% correct.
I'm with you. I'm with you, and we're gonna make the tail bigger. We're gonna build with that tail.
I'm modifying your vehicle.
Go for it. Go for it. You're the one with all the experience on how to install this stuff.
But you're getting a simple installation as well, so
Shaq,
shouldn't
make
be
it.
too bad.
Make a chair, small battery, parachute, and a rotor head to drop wasted with. I think they're talking about the supply drops. Emergency wasted deployment.
Emergency deployment of relevant mechanic.
I like it. Wings. Alright, let's see. What would we want to use in the back? Probably pointed. Well, shit. That's basically what I need. You said earlier this game doesn't need water, simulated water. I have to disagree with that. I think that would be huge.
I said simulated water would be a bad idea. That's not the same thing. That's kind of where I was coming from when I say do not need.
Yeah.
It's not that simulated water would not be a good addition. It's that in reality there's too much going on, you know. Space engineers can't take that as well. I think the thing is, Shaq, and I think this is probably the most important part. As soon as you add water to it, water alone isn't enough. Because all water is like a flashy little plaything out there, and you'll dig a few holes and fill them with water, and that's where it ends. What you actually mean when you say add water is I want water to be added and then physics ways of interacting with it. You know what I mean? You might have, yeah. I was going to do that for you, and you said no.
No, because I wanted to, rework it. That was totally on purpose, and I didn't not mean to do that. I'm gonna need another piston.
I think it's that piston time, isn't it?
You haven't had to piston once today, have you?
No, I built a crane.
Oh, that's right. You brought the crane over. You flipped over once.
I did end up upside down once.
I feel better. I feel better now that you flipped over at least once today. I gotta go get small steel tubes. Yep. You say that, right? Like, here's what I'm thinking. You say all that, and yet what are we doing right now but interacting in a simulated, it's not fluid, but it's kind of the same kind of forces. They could cheat it. That's what I'm thinking. They could cheat it a bit.
Yeah, but people have tried that, and it didn't work. They could cheat it a bit, but I mean, even here, we're running into problems, and it's part of the problems you'll run into once you get a bit further with this is a straight up physics limitation. Where it's just like what you're actually asking the game to start calculating when you want it to calculate proper aerodynamics is okay. Now you're talking about the interaction of the airflow between your front wings and your tail, including how that changes when you apply the elevators. And not only do I think that, obviously, that's incredibly hard to model, otherwise it wouldn't be like Boeing and Lockheed Martin and so on that are doing it. But also, I don't think that's what we want. Because I don't think that's good gameplay. I think we drive ourselves nuts with it. Can you imagine if this game, like, look how hard we're having it now, and this is with, like, kind of fake easy mode physics.
Yeah, I mean,
Now-
I'll
now
give
make
you
it
that
difficult
part.
physics,
Like,
and you've become KSP, but even
We're-
more realistic and even fewer aids, and that's going to be a different game entirely.
I still think they can pull off a fake version like we're messing around with here. To have, like, because we're having a lot of fun just messing with this, even if it was a simplified, even more simplified than what we're messing with now, versus, you know, just everything hovers and everything's magic carpet. I think they could, I don't know. Like, I'm having a ton of fun doing just this. And I can't imagine that what we're doing now, or a little bit more simplified version of what we're doing now, couldn't be simulated for water physics, because it'd basically be the same forces, at least a little bit. Maybe not the full spectrum of, like, full water simulation. But,
Okay,
like,
my counter argument,
yeah.
because I do have one, and I think you'll like this one as well, is that the reason we're fine with what we're playing now is that it is a mod, and so that we understand as a mod it has intrinsic limitations and issues.
Okay. No, I
As soon as you make that an official game thing,
right.
it needs to be. I mean, how many times have we complained about pistons and rotors and all of these other things?
I'm
And
with you.
It's because they're part of the base game and not because they're mods.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right. Especially, and we're just talking about us and what we're willing to deal with. But the average player who jumps on the Space Engineers and yeah, runs into, you know, oh, this bug doesn't work. Yeah, okay.
This doesn't work. This clangs out. This has to be built in a special way. Like
Yeah.
all these little rules that we're used to, and your average person just isn't.
What do you think of this tail? You think it's too high? It needs to be higher than the cockpit, but I think it might be a wee bit. I also want to bring it any lower, though, because then it'll look weird the other direction. Rudder, I mean. What did I just do? Oh, what the hell am I doing? Smallest round corner. Yeah, I agree with you though. I think you're right. As a mod, I could see a mod pulling it off.
Yeah.
And being cool with, you know, the issues that would arise from that. But if they tried to do an official release,
There's just a different benchmark there, because with mod people intrinsically understand that you're doing something that's in addition to what the game supports.
these are
It-
wrong.
Better or worse is kind of, it is part of it, and that's not to downplay modders' efforts or to remove some of the emphasis on developers being more capable of doing these things. It's just, you know, there is a difference between the two. Until you become Bethesda, and then poor Tom.
Grades? I don't even care about grades. It's so stubby.
Mr. Shapp,
Yes, sir.
somewhere aboard your design,
Yeah.
I require 3 things: 2 timers, a programming block, and an LCD.
I got a
The
hole.
LCD can have images on it if you want. I just need it for its custom data. So, in fact, you've got one already.
I got a hole in the back here. I have an LCD. If you're gonna go, oh, you say can have an image, right? Well, feel free to take apart my.
Use that.
Go on.
I can use that already. I think a text panel works as well.
I'm gonna strip this down for more. It's not gonna look as good stripped, but it's for my own ability to see what the hell's going on. So
Oh, I lie. I need 3 timer block.
I just ran out of hydrogen. Need 3?
Yep.
You want so much from me. Now I'll be able to see it a little bit easier. Ba-da-da-da. 3 timer blocks. Okay.
Oh, yep. Thank you, Roger. I was just running that through my brain after I said that. I was like, oh yeah, I need the reset as well.
So there are 2 spots in the back. Actually 3 spots. You can just build it straight back from there.
Cool.
Drop some on there. I need to get a wheel installed. See DACA jet. No DACA. At least not yet. DACA soon. Not DACA now. It has to fly. It has to fly betters. Then DACA. But thanks, Fenrir. Appreciate it.
Just by the way, as a point of information, Mr. Shack, the wing parts blocks have the triangular fill-ins as well. Like all of the normal, you don't have 2x1s, but all of the other angles are available as wing fill if you wanted to save maximum weights.
Well, I don't understand what you're telling me right now.
I'm telling you that, like, for example, what I'm putting down there, that's a wing fill block.
Oh, to cut off all of
And
these
that's
steel
a wing
plates that
fill
I've
block.
got.
And that's, yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. It's
So
that's a lot of
as you-
blocks to be removed, but
no, I'm just saying as you're going,
Yeah.
don't forget that there's a wing fill variant of a lot of them.
Gotcha. Excuse me. Oh no! Did you cut off a cargo container?
I didn't cut off anything, I don't think.
Oh, we blocked the cargo container. This one right here, behind this little wing bit. That's my fueling port for my hydrogen tanks. For my 400 years of fuel, so it tells me. I don't actually believe it, though. Alright, what am I missing? Let's go ahead and roll this.
Fixed.
Construction components. I shall return!
Shaq says they're not the same weight as the regular clockwork, but I mean,
We did the test.
with no offense to Shaq, I trust clockwork more than Shaq.
That's fair.
Test it all you like.
Test it right now. Test it right now. I want this settled so stream stops telling me and you stop telling me. Test it. That's it. You gotta test it. Get the numbers. Fucking just do it. Do it.
Oh, damn. It triggered so hard.
Just
I wasn't even ready for how triggered.
where did you go? You're not testing. Test it.
I am testing. I'm building it on my craft.
Okay. Alright.
Okay, so we've got a single armor block added
One
to the
armor
roof. We weigh 18,566. We're going to replace that one armor block with a wing fill block.
566. I wrote it down. You heard
so
it,
bad.
stream.
He is so bad.
Alright. Okay,
He's
now
going to
you...
be right, because I can already see that. No, we'll see. It's 18,566.
Bullshit!
Feel free to get into the
Bullshit!
craft if you would like to check.
Oh, I have different crap in my inventory. 14,693 is what I have. 93 is the number. All right. Gonna remove this stupid block of stupidness. Because we're gonna put a normal one on here. Stream, you saw. You wrote it down too. I doubt anybody else wrote it down. No one else cares but me. Let's see. What did we say? 90? Oh, for... Yeah. Shish.
Damn it.
Energy
Yeah.
low.
I don't want to talk about it. So you're telling me that they're not different? Then what did we test, stream? What did I do?
What did you change in between those 2 points?
What
Were
did
you
I-
burning oxygen or ice or something? Oh, it's the paint. It's the paint. Don't worry, Shaq.
Oh, there's so much salt, stream.
The
You
red
don't
paint's
know.
really heavy.
I don't even... don't you talk to me. But you put that paint on there. I don't... Oh, you guys. I can't believe it. I don't want to believe it. This is bullshit. Oh, hey, fuel thing's open. No, didn't happen. No. God damn it. Oh, we placed all of those blocks in the wings because stream was
believed
so.
you as well.
I believed me.
there.
I tested it. I have the
I'm
numbers
sure you believed
written
me.
on a piece of paper in front of me. It's bullshit. This is bullshit. Plain fill block. That was the plain fill block, right? The
Yeah.
one that you tested?
You placed your version, so... Oh, no, you didn't. You just ground it down, but yeah.
Okay, what was I working on? I was fixing the wheel because it fell off for some random reason. No one knows why. It's a mystery. We're not talking about it. We're good now. Oh, damn it. I even tested it. We tested it. I must have had something running. I must have had ice in it or
Something
something.
else must have been
Yeah.
removing stuff as
It's
well.
the only thing that makes sense. On the bright side, the
whole way
wing
through,
blocks
I was
do look
thinking
better.
as you
He's
were
right.
committing harder and harder, I was thinking, oh god, Shaq, you better be right at this point. You're committing so very.
German fan, you think the tail should be longer? You're right, but I'm not changing it. You're right, but I'm not changing it right now. It's just not happening. I will, since we've got a little time.
I'm almost done.
You're almost
but
done? Okay. Oh, so what's the deal? Walk me through. You did things. Oh, you need to, you took ownership of my cockpit.
I did? No, I'm
Oh,
in it.
you're in it. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, walk me through the steps here, but...
All you'll need to worry about is what you're going to be doing is using Q and E to roll, basically.
Q and E to roll? Really? That's all I need to know?
Yeah. I'll be
All right. I'm excited about this because I'm not going to put another gyro on. I want to see how it operates the way it is. Because what I believe is happening is the gyro isn't able to overcome the amount of friction. The amount of,
The
like,
gyros
the turn just
have-
suck.
always had very, very weak roll force for some reason. I don't
Right, but your
understand
pitch seems to
why.
be, like, super powerful. Because you can normally flip over
Yeah.
and stuff.
No, indeed. Yeah, your pitch is powerful, but your roll is awful.
Yeah.
So I don't think you're fighting against something unusual here. I think this is an intrinsic weakness to the to gyros themselves for whatever reason. Keen have decided that this is how they're going to work.
Stream! I don't know why I didn't do the thing. Ooh, that's a bad idea. I was just about to put runway lights on, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll do the road lights at the end of the runway to let us know, you know, where the end is. Except for they'll be in the runway path. And those little lights have collision. Mm-mm. What's up?
Just trying to work out why things are not working quite right.
Shit. I'm believing in you. I'm believing in having proper ailerons and being able to actually rotate and turn my aircraft. No pressure.
It's alright, I found the problem. I think.
Oh man, you know what I want to do? We don't have to do this on stream, but I want to switch aircraft at one point. I want to fly yours. I want to see how I want to see how different they are. I can do this a faster way, stream. See if we can jetpack this.
Hey.
Shit. That's exactly what I was waiting for. Don't run down the runway.
Jigsaw,
Yeah.
do you have flaps that flap?
Shit. Cool. For whatever reason, I don't have auto rotate on. My lights keep rotating on me and driving me crazy. We're about to have runway lights. By the time I'm done
Oh,
welding
nice.
these, it'll be daytime.
Cool. Once I've finished making sure that this is all up and running like you'd expect, yeah.
Then we'll take it up and give it a run. See how it does.
Oh wow.
Runway's
Roger,
kinda
Shack.
ends. What's up?
The runway light situation.
Working on it. Oh, they take two? Nothing's fine. This is fine.
Apparently, my next challenge is to have a flap mode to the craft, so for low speed maneuvers.
Huh. I mean, you've got the air brakes. I think the air brakes are probably the best way to do that.
I think he was talking about flap as in like a duck.
Oh. Yeah, that'll work great. I've seen videos. I'm torn. I want to make like a cargo plane, like a large one. A proper, like, you know, bat out of hell aircraft. Ooh, something that has so much thrust we can go like all SR-71. Like low, like damn near low Earth orbit kind of thing. Like high altitude.
In a
Super
struggle,
speed.
you need hydrogen thrusters for that, I think.
This is a job for Bob. This is a job for my freaking truck. I have a vehicle for this already. Scarlet Dragon, holy crap, thank you so much for the super generous donation. Good morning from Australia, Captain. It's 8 a.m. here.
I'll
Just
invite
got
Shaq
here,
to the
so
next
I would
flight tag. That'll be
figure
fun.
I'd say hi before I go to the start. Hope all
You know a flug tag, Mr.
good
Shack?
today, flying safe. P.S. Have some fuel money for the flyer. Thank you so much. Holy crap, I really appreciate it. That's awesome of you. Do I know what now? Sorry, I had an
Oh,
engine,
flug tag.
my brain. But I don't. You're just making words up now.
I am.
Oh.
It's an event I think Red Bull currently run, but a few people have over the years, where people bring kind of homemade super cheap aircraft that are slapped together, have no propulsion whatsoever other than like leg power. And it's a stupid race where people dive off like a pier and see how far people get. And,
Oh,
like,
I've seen videos of this. Yes.
You will have seen videos of it.
Yes. I'd be down with that.
I've done one of them in SE so far, and it was awesome. Watching, because I was awarding extra points for style, obviously, as well. So if your thing looks like something ridiculous or something awesome, then obviously you get a few extra points for your jump.
Low.
I'll be
Got some
honest.
judges on board.
I was thinking
Check
about
along as like guest judge.
what it. What just happened?
That was
What?
brilliant.
What? I was just, and then it exploded. And oh no. Oh no. The runway's
The
smoking.
entire runway.
The runway's
is
on
sparking
fire.
and smoking.
How did I catch the runway on
Whoa.
fire?
I mean, I don't know how you catch concrete on fire, but Shaq's found a way.
What?
1,395 cement mix needed to be on the runway, and I'm going
The
getting
whole
it.
thing is sparking. I'm just gonna take back my. Yeah, just taking up all my cargo space in my backpack. I don't even know anymore. Stream, what just happened?
I can tell you what just happened.
What just? Are
Captain
you?
Shaq just drove into the runway and set it on fire.
All I wanted to do was give us running lights.
I believe
I
this is
am-
the first time so far in Space Engineers I've had the opportunity to say that.
To say what?
Captain Shaq just ran into a runway and set it on fire.
I just ran into a slab of concrete and managed to light it on fire.
Oh, don't you worry about repairing that slab of concrete. You focus on those lights of yours.
I don't want to admit that it happened. I don't even want to look at it. Just gonna. All I was gonna do was drive my truck with the welder down this thing and weld these. That's all I was
big
gonna
hole.
do.
That's nasty.
And
That's
now,
not fair.
Scarlett, thank you so much for the support. Appreciate it. Ninja my brain. I've lit a little concrete runway on fire. Like, oh, did you fix it?
Apparently, it's because you're so used to missing them that you don't even consider.
What, runways?
Yeah.
The welder hitbox is janky. Yeah, it was the welder that got clipped into the runway. Because the welder is now missing on my vehicle. You know, the thing that I needed to weld all this.
Mission successful.
Nailed it. Nailed it. Instead of welding anything, I actually went reverse. How much more runway? Oh, there's so much runway. Just gonna sit here and just weld. Slowclimb.exe initiated. Please enjoy. Thank you, Mando. Collectively, we had well over 1,000 people just go, mm-hmm. And none of them are even mad. They're just disappointed. That's what I imagined in my head.
Yeah, it's the Picard facepalm where it's like
Yep.
it's a slow rather than the forehead where it's not. There's no slap sound or anything. It's just you can feel the pain. It's tangible.
Safety first right here.
Every word just screams, why do I have to deal with these idiots?
Lucas Smith says, just got on and had an ad for honey presented by Linus. Are we talking about like as in Linus Tech Tips?
Yeah, that's will be who he means. There won't be anybody else. That's a bit weird.
And like an ad for like put it in your coffee or your tea, honey?
No, honey is. I'm surprised you haven't seen this. They are so prolific at sponsoring various YouTubers at the moment that.
Well,
Yeah,
if we've
I'm
proved anything
slightly
today, I'm
surprised.
fairly clueless at most of the stuff that goes on YouTube. No, I haven't seen that. Huh. I mean, I got YouTube Red because I can't, like, the advertisements. I can't stand them. So I just dived onto that. I think it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many
The
times.
way they distribute the income from Red seems to be relatively sensible as well, which is
Yeah.
somewhat unlike YouTube.
If you guys don't know how it works, it's if, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe it's like it goes out, like a certain percentage of it goes to where's our construction components? I just used them all for lights. That sounds like me. A certain percentage goes to whoever you're watching. So if you watch like a bunch of one channel and a little bit of another, they kind of split it up based on that. And I think the
Yeah,
bulk of
maybe.
it ends up going to YouTube. It's like 60% to YouTube or something. Or maybe they haven't announced that, but
There's a chunk to YouTube that they haven't said how much it is, but then the remainder is split up amongst the channels that you watch based on your watch time. So the more you watch a specific channel, the more chunk of your X amount a month that they leave after their split will be given to that channel.
yeah. Which is way better than the normal.
Which is
Normal
considerably
amounts.
better than normal, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, now we
But
go.
not just normal amount, it's just considerably better than the normal approach as
Yeah,
well.
the
which is
normal
just like
ad
fucking
revenue
arbitrary.
approach. Dun, dun, dun.
I'm glad you built so many lights, Shaq. And there's one thing I was thinking of doing today was looking at a runway for a long period and building some lights.
Yeah, right? Ignite too. All right, I'm back off and we can see it. Whee! Look at that. And this is when I realized that actually, render distance on lights isn't... I can still see them. 2 kilometers, about 1.5 kilometers. It's not bad.
It's pretty glowy.
Actually, can you go into a control panel and crank them? Because farther away is our rock quarry, and I can see the lights from here. So if you turn those suckers up, I might be able to see them.
No. All access denied because you're a loser.
That's right. You don't get to access my runway. All right, I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Did this to yourself, Shaq.
You know what's even worse is that this runway isn't actually attached to the main grid of the base, so it's all running off of one battery that at any moment could run out of power.
Well, and that's how come you have complete ownership of it. I don't think you would over the whole base, but on this, yep.
Oh, it's shared with my faction. What the heck?
It seems to be an issue with that take control of all the things mod. Basically, I don't think interior lights normally have an ownership setting. And it's allowed you to set them to an ownership or anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a lit runway now. We are good. We are good. I can see that sucker from 3 kilometers. Other side of the lake. No
my
problem.
nemesis.
We're ready. We're ready for night flights. We got our lights on our wings.
The night flights, get out of here.
We're good. Safety first, man. Safety second. Safety's actually always second. If safety was the first thing that you worry about, you'd never do anything. You
With
never leave your house.
Certainly.
Oh, well. Wow, cut me deep, man.
You could just set me up, though. I
You
can't,
cut me
like,
deep. I thought we
say
were
no to
cool.
that.
Yeah. That was quick, too.
Give me a
that.
second. There's a funny buzzing that I do not like.
Make the lights slightly yellow. I mean, that would be... Yeah. I don't wanna... Look at how it drops because of the weight. And then put some in the cockpit. Let that run for a bit. So right now we've got this hydrogen engine down here cranking away, trying to put power back into the batteries. It's not a lot, but it's something. It's something. Let's see where we sit on charge. 5 hours on full charge. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. But we'll have enough power to get up there. runway is lit. Oh, Star Killer, you should just be ashamed.
Inbound.
You're not wrong. Oh, I can't wait. Let's try out these controls. Oh, look at them! Is that right? Yeah, that's right. That's right. And that would be banking. That would be rolling to the left, rolling to the right. Nakota.
Oh, funny buzzing you don't like. That'll be Shag.
What did I? What?
No, it wasn't. Although I'll spare Shag the details.
Thank you. Appreciate you. That, yep. Nope. Well, now what are we gonna do with this?
Let's just say, new trick. Air duster can turned upside down.
Freezing them. Okay.
Yep.
Ugh. Well, it looks like you got the control set up here. I'm not going to add any more gyros. We're going to use just that. I'll leave a little bit of gyro power on it because it was barely
I'm
working.
almost
anyways.
concerned you're going to have too much rotation with that, so don't worry about it.
Really?
Yeah. It's really effective, man.
Oh.
Like, in comparison to gyros, crazily so. So you try your Q&E there.
Yeah, I was just doing it. Yeah, I was doing it on stream while you were gone.
Nice.
I was just sitting here like doo 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 doo.
Cool.
So I'm gonna get turn it around, taxi it around, and get ready for takeoff. You want to go first this time? And the only issue that I'm gonna run into is power.
Who would have thought?
I think I might run into a bit of power problems, like us being up too long. Some of us don't have 50 billion batteries, okay?
What, 2?
It's like 50 billion. Don't question me.
No, some of us decided that 2 oxygen generators and a hydrogen engine was going to be the better solution.
Yes? I feel like you're accusing me of something that... okay, turn the wheels.
This
on.
isn't a runway, this is a women catwalk.
It's a bit of both, actually. Isn't every runway...
Do your funky stuff on the catwalk. Yeah.
Isn't every runway kind of like a catwalk?
By the way, that'll be coming out for Christmas, the Wasted Space spoken word rap edition of popular songs, in which a British man reads them with no emotion.
I love it. All right, I'm in spectator camera. I'm ready to go.
A wiki wiki wild, a wiki wiki wild wild west. Jim West, Desperado. Rough Rider, no you don't want none. None of this. 6-gun in this. Brother running this. Buffalo Soldier, do just like I told you.
Oh no. Oh no. Hang on.
Any damsel that be in distress, be out of that dress when she meets Jim West.
Why did you pick that one? Oh. So many levels here.
It's as if the BBC had done the shipping forecast, lady, to rap tunes. It'll be a hit seller.
So much no. All right, I'm good.
I kind of wish I had your chat up at this point.
Jason,
I've got to be honest.
thank you for the $2. Appreciate it. Wasted put down a lot plain light armor block, not the plain fill block. Yeah, we were doing both though to see if the thing was different.
And I know those lyrics because I grew up as a child listening to the radio because that's what music we had available.
Well,
And
you're getting some
occasionally-
claps in my chat. Text to speech wasted. That's what we're getting. I think I'm gonna get a copyright claim on that. That was spot on.
Yeah, that's too close.
Nailed it. You brought it too close. At this point, it's like it's not even a cover anymore. I've got my, yep, this is what we're going with, stream. You guys tuned into this. This is your doing. Are you ready?
Yes, I did hear that you could get Samuel L. Jackson to replace ALEXA which sounds like a lot of fun, especially as there was 2 versions. There's an uncensored version as well.
Oh, I need to get a blueprint. Get a blueprint.
Hey, Shatner's Rocket Man was amazing. Come on now.
Tell me when you're ready for takeoff.
I'm good.
All right. Go when you're ready. This is just worth it, stream. You're up.
I don't even have to touch the control surfaces with that. I just press forwards.
He's
So
away.
smooth on takeoff. Look at it. I love it.
How's the controls, though?
Seeming good so far.
I see banking. Nice. All right, I'm gonna get ready to go.
Yeah, give her a shot.
Helps take off the brake and turn the engine on. Oh, wheels. Whoa! God, these wheels are strong. I'm real curious about these control surfaces. This is gonna be fun. Turn off propulsion. One more check. Don't go crashing over there.
I almost stalled it there. I went in a little hard.
And I'm up. Wasted! Oh, God, it broke! Oh, the control surfaces are snapping! They're exploding! There's sparks everywhere! Ah! Oh, no!
The hell?
I have
How
problems.
fast are you going?
I'm going 60, 40.
What the hell?
Oh, stalling. Not good. Okay, don't use the ailerons. It's chaos. What have you done? Ah. Okay, thrust override. Let's get a little bit of that in there. Okay.
Okay, I apologize.
Oh, no. Not good, not good. What have you done, Wasted?
I don't know. I'm confused. It works for me.
Every time I slightly turn, they freak out and slap the hull. Okay, I may have to pop the chute over the base. There's no way I'm gonna be able to land. Oh, they're stuck. Nope, they're stuck. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Just get it over the base so I can pop the chute. The stream's like wasted sabotage.
I didn't do it on purpose. I was trying to help.
Oh, this music is not accurate for what's happening. Oh, crap. Okay, all right. Killing the engines, popping the chute. It's not popping. Engine's back on. I have to land it. Crap, my chute's not working. Why is my chute not working? Lock the rotors? It's a good idea, but I can't. Oh, they're not freaking out right now. Please don't freak out. They're right over the mountains. All right, kicking on the hydrogen engine. I'm gonna need more power. Oh, what are these rotors called, Wasted?
Aisle. AIL. Just search for that. You'll find both.
I'm gonna lock them. Shear inertial tensors blinking over and over. Rotor lock is on. Okay,
What?
they're not freaking out anymore. I'm coming back to land because I've only got technically 2 minutes of power with my throttle on full. Did you change ownership? Well, it said danger zone. There it is. Oh, I wonder what happened. Because yours were like perfect, and then mine, I don't know what they were doing. Coming in now. Ooh, way off.
Chat, remind me, advancement for this vehicle, separate reset timers for each set of controls. So that when I'm, like for example, holding that direction and I press down, it still resets because I'm still just holding left, but it's because it's only a single reset trigger doing everything.
Woo! I'm back. I'm back. I'm in the
sorry,
hangar.
Shaq. I don't understand what I did. Because they're working great for me.
So it seemed like something was overloading them, or yeah, I'm gonna check the chutes right now, stream, and see why those didn't pop, because that would have been the safest thing to do. I have one chute in there. That was interesting.
Roger, this is Roger York says, wasted space. The 1x1x5 trailing edge parts cause clang when used as a control stylus. Don't know why, but that's what I discovered that I was testing earlier today. Okay, fair enough. It gives me a... Who is wasted playing with? There's an unusual one.
Some dude on the internet.
Some loser.
Just some.
Can't make a working plane. Look at him.
I know. Just he only knew what the heck was going on. He's like, never even played this game before. All right, connector. Well, sir.
What can I do for you? I'm sorry. I messed up that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Maybe I drop you over there then.
Yeah, maybe you drop me. That might be a good idea. Damn, it looks good too. I still want to make it work. But yeah, that might be the better way of doing it. Let me get hooked up here. We can get recharging. Turn the wheels on. And I will fly with you. We can revisit. Yours is great for slow speeds anyways and low altitude, so I think yours is the better choice to begin with. I'll work on this later. Let me get out with you. So you want to bring it in?
Coming in.
You can just see him like 3 pixels right there. Death rotor's locked. Clang claims all. Cut him off. So you think that's what it is? It's just one of the wings don't play nice. Oh, you're going high. Oh, you're not even on the runway. What are you doing? You got runway for days, sir.
Your runway is too short for me, man.
Gonna end up in the hall. Nope. Just lower the max the flaps can rotate. Yeah, it looked like they were maxing out. Like they would get to a point and they would snap.
I did raise the rotation on yours beyond mine. Mine are set to rotate only to 15 degrees. Yours are set to rotate to 25. Maybe that was too much, but what Roger's saying does seem fairly likely as well, you know.
That a certain wing part just doesn't play nice.
Just doesn't play. That's entirely my experience. You know, that's how come we're using these specific rotor parts and not any of the other variants that are available in that same mod pack. is because these are the only ones that don't clang.
Yeah. I mean, I got
Even
what
in
you were.
single player.
I got where you were thinking when you were like, oh, well, how fast are you going? If I was going so fast that they were just getting whipped around, but
Yeah.
I mean, I was doing 80. I dropped down to like 40 or 50.
I've done 160 in this.
Yeah, that
You
should
weren't,
have
and they've been behaving, like this. I think I might just have done either I extended them too far, or there's a block that's colliding, or as Roger says, there's just a specific block that doesn't like it. There's definitely no collision, no question about that.
Cannot withdraw computers. Oh, we used up all the computers. I haven't connected it yet. I have to install a connector.
It's looking at these wings. The only thing it can be is the distance they're moving, because I'm not using the particular part in question that's the problem one,
Yeah, okay.
and there's no way they're colliding with anything. They have a full block clearance on all sides.
Yeah.
Like, mine are closer together than those. So it's
So
got to
maybe-
be the
maybe
change.
Bring it in a little
It's
tighter.
got to be that change I made to how far they move instead.
Simbapch, thanks so much for the 3. Appreciate it.
I let them have a bit more range, and that's got to be part
When do you
of
think
it.
you'll revisit
Let's
Star
see.
Citizen? Probably.
Oh, yeah, it's off,
if
isn't
I
it?
revisit Star Citizen, it'll
We'll
be
see once it's
over
recharged then.
on. It'll probably be over on
Oh, man,
Twitch
if you want
'cause it's always in the
good
mornings.
album choice on Epidemic,
Yeah.
Post Rock.
Post rock.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll jam to some.
it's a bit more chilled out than you'd expect from rock, and it's got a certain I don't know, track that's on right now. It's got a certain reminiscent vibe. It's got sort of feeling like, oh well, it didn't go well, but we can figure it
Does
out.
it have a butterfly
The
as a
boys have got
cover?
it does.
Okay, there's multiple post rocks apparently.
A butterfly in an Illuminati symbol.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's kind of like a... Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta mix it up. They are rotor-lock. Oh, they are at the moment. That's why I can't test them. Yeah, fair.
I like it.
Should clarify, all of the 5X trailing edge parts cause it. I went through them during my testing. So, alright, I understand where you're coming from.
Let's just pull it off then and slap one of the ones you're using on.
One of the round ones on, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we at least know it works. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on a recharge point then and get this sucker
That's
going.
not going to be big enough. Let's throw on a...
My connector.
In fact, let's literally duplicate what I've got for you.
Yeah.
Exactly the same setup, and that one we know kind of works.
It felt unable to place connector. Why? There we go. It felt good up until, they snapped.
Yeah.
And then it was like maximum angle.
Well, that does to some extent suggest that it might be either that those triangular parts generate aerodynamic forces that don't make much sense, or the rotor angles were wrong, both of which we can fix here. So,
Oop.
hashtag most useful connector in the ceiling ever.
Heck yeah. I am moving. Okay, I'm sliding off. It's like, why is the blade moving? No, it's me.
And these are literally duplicates of what I got.
So,
Yeah, they should
do
have all
not
the parts.
have
I'm
any
just
metal.
slapping them down.
oh, you have all the parts for them?
They should have parts in them. They should only require one steel plate each.
Well, not the actual rounded edge wings. They require more. It
Oh,
hasn't been
right,
put
yeah,
in.
the rounded edge wings have a bit more. They could bridge, haven't they?
Indeed. You know what we need to play more of? I was thinking about this earlier today. Yeah, we need to play some more Total War. You were already
was
doing
enjoying
your stream today, and I was like, man, I want to play Total War.
I know, I was with you. Now, don't take this the wrong way, guys, but at the moment, I got to do something about our Saturday streams. I mean, they're fun and all, and hopefully the setup we did in last stream was great. But I got to be honest, I look forward to both this and doing the streams with Splitsy more than I look forward to my own at the moment.
Oh, are you still doing his driving forever?
Yeah, his wrong way down, like, as stupid as it sounds and as mono-dimensional as it sounds, it actually works really well. It's bizarre. I have introduced him to the spider, of course.
Oh, of course.
And we've made a giant spider. We've made, what do they call it? It was a jumping spider, wasn't it? Which is a large grid variant of it.
Oh, there's my music.
The bird eater. That's the one. The
The
bird eater.
bird eater.
Because they're both Aussies, man. They have like actual spiders that are scary.
Yeah, it's Australia. Everything there is meant to kill you, right?
Yeah, yeah, indeed. There aren't any snakes because they got eaten by all the spiders.
So, how are you gonna drop me on this thing?
I'm thinking, well, do I need to drop you with a load, or can you carry enough stuff?
I guess
to
I
at
could
least have a
carry
load?
enough stuff. The problem's gonna be whatever I carry, you're gonna have to be able to lift.
Yeah.
So I'll go grab enough steel plates because my
She's
only
not too
goal
bad.
in life is to build you a runway. Now, what I'm a little worried about is that you're saying you can't land on a short runway, which is literally what I'm about to build you. And I'm
Yeah.
curious, why can't you land on a short runway?
I really need to be landing. As weird as this might sound, me landing on an incline is good. It's because she takes a very long time to slow down once she's hit the ground.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, don't you have brakes on the wheels, right? You can't use those?
With how it's set up, they're really awkward to use.
What about a reverse popping parachute? Because I can only
actually
carry
have
so
that.
much. I only can carry so much steel plates.
I actually have that. There is a top-loaded parachute with canvas loaded up still, I believe. Yeah, she's still got canvas.
Can you lock my connector? It is locked. Hex. Mine has canvas, but I couldn't get it to pop. It would not deploy for me in my little emergency, so I don't know what's going on there. Maybe you should test yours, and I'll go grab more canvas for you. 'Cause you should be able to deploy it right now. It should pop out, right?
Oh, well, we fine, look. Let's move a bit. Yeah, no, you do need to be moving.
Hmm. Oh, I was definitely moving. I am gonna need a chair. I see your flaps
Oops,
are out
that's
to
not
keep
it.
you slow down, I guess. Okay.
Looks like they have to be moving and off the ground.
That shouldn't be a thing. I don't think they're working. Mine wouldn't go off. Ooh, this is gonna be scary. If you wait, where is yours?
On the top, just in front of the antenna.
Oh, okay. Not deploying, is it?
Nope.
Why aren't they deploying? Our backup safety feature is not. Ooh, shit, not working. I feel like a drone pilot right now, trying to get good shots. I'm gonna get on top of this. Damn it. Nailed it. Look at those look at those controls going. Until check shoot, it can't deploy because it's blocked. Where is your shoot at? It's right here. It's not blocked. He's got it vertical. It's properly set up. Your cattywampus on your approach. That's okay. Parachute. It's on. Open. Nope. Not deploying.
Yeah, indeed.
Mine didn't
wow,
work
I'm
either
way
today,
high.
Oliver says. It takes more than one canvas. Only for the bigger ones. You can't put more than one inside a, Ooh. Oh, I feel like we're really fast. There you go. I love how fast those things will break you. And... boop. Nice. Except for the... Do they need to be full clear line of sight? I mean, maybe the back is a problem, but I don't think so.
Potentially. The only thing I can think of is that antenna is somehow blocking it.
Somebody says it takes 5 canvas. That doesn't make any sense. 'Cause
That's
look.
a large ship one.
Yeah, that's the large one. We ran into that with Splitsy. Parachute.
Yeah, that's the large one. The small block one doesn't.
Look, it's full. You couldn't put more than 1 canvas in there.
Yeah.
8 out of 8 on volume. You need to be 1,000 meters. What? Not on
That's
a
not
manual
true.
deploy.
I've dropped them lower than that.
And there's altitude of 250. Must be 250 meters.
As auto deploy height can be set to 10 meters in the control panel. So,
Yeah.
No.
So this is a thing that we're doing. Some days I love this game.
Yeah, I mean, for all of its flaws, you gotta tip your hat at times to what it can do. And while I think we end up being a little blind to it because it's so incremental, if you really go back and compare what we're doing now to what we were doing years ago, I don't think it's lack of knowledge. I think it's lack of the game being able to handle it. It has moved on.
Yeah.
Sometimes by simplification, sometimes by people just improving things, sometimes by awesome modders, but it has moved forwards.
All right, I'm gonna need a chair.
You want? You like to pick yourself a location? I mean, off the side potentially, or it's never really designed for a chair.
No, it's
Gotta be honest.
not really a.
Probably in the future design a multi-seater variant, but this one isn't so much. On the top would probably not be too bad. You'll come in line with the wing at least.
On the top, like just sitting up here.
Yeah, stick it back against the actual central vein on the tail, and I think you'll contribute to aerodynamics.
Yeah, sure. That's what we're gonna call this. With my face.
I don't know.
Wow, that's a really expensive chair. It's passenger seat. Alright, I need to stick. Interesting how it flies. One, with this monstrosity built onto the back of it. And two, with me having about 1,000 steel plates on me.
Oof. Roger.
I go get more steel plates. I can carry more steel plates. Okay, got the steel plates. My mission is to give you a flat place to land. Ooh, unless you want to switch spots. Nah, you probably want to fly your vehicle.
If we're intending on landing, honestly, it's not that I want to fly my vehicle; it's that you don't.
You know what? You don't think I want to? You know I want to, but should I is another question.
Yeah,
do you want
I
to put
was
2
gonna-
chairs down
I
there?
was 100. Yeah, I'm going to.
Oh, that's
I'm
way
going to
better.
double seat us up at the front.
Yeah. All right, I'll take the. Oh, you're gonna take the chair out because I'm full of plates. All the parts that you need are in that chair that's sitting back there. Yeah, actually, Tex, we found out today that it greatly affects the grid. It was doubling my my aircraft weight. Brought me up to 40,000 instead of like 20 something. Maybe that's part of the mod?
No idea.
Why not put a bunch of air brakes on a detachable chair? If they were even, you could probably do it. So if you had an air brake on every like side, it might not flip wildly out of control. Am I in the wrong seat? What do you want?
You could.
Okay, yeah, this is passenger. Cool. We have balanced thrusters as a mod, and we've got the aerodynamics mod.
That's the Drago's deadly re-entry plus aerodynamic physics rather than Digis.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have Digis, but it's Dragos that are really adding stuff.
It is the weight change.
Probably a little bit, yeah.
My inventory is completely full. I like it. It actually looks pretty good with 2 seats.
Doesn't look too non-legit. If I had a bit more time, I could reckon I could build it in a bit better as well and have it look a bit more properly authentic, you know? But I think it doesn't look too badly.
You're up to 38,000 now.
Oh, so
double?
over double the weight.
Yeah. Tell me if it changes when I get out.
15.9.
Yeah. So,
38.
can you lift the steel plates?
Let me go and ditch what I'm carrying.
I like it. I'm glad that it's calculating what we've got in our inventories.
No, me too.
Or that'd be super cheesy. Take longer to... Oh, it's going to take him longer to take off for sure. He's going to need more runway.
Reversing time, you say?
Yeah, he's as much space as you can. Hell yeah. Oh, you might want to cut that chair off the roof. I can't. My inventory's full. I told you there was a chair. There were all the parts you needed.
God damn it.
Told you. I would say stream to like set up a drop cargo container with a parachute, but parachutes aren't working. Merge blocks are massive. So
And I'm not sure I could carry it.
yeah, and it'll screw up his aerodynamics. You can't have that.
This was never designed for that sort of thing. Right, you ready, man?
Yep, I'm ready.
Cranking the thrust up, just double checking control surfaces. That's up, down, rolls looking good. Left, right is looking good.
I give us 20% chance to actually get off the ground with this weight. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm not confident at all.
I might have been saving this entire time on how much thrust I was using on takeoff.
Holy crap, we're off. Like, you barely used anything to take off.
Previously, yeah. About half my thrust.
Holy shit. And boom, we're gone. And an hour of fuel. Nice. Look at that. Oh yeah, you turn way faster. Those controls really do work.
Right, let's get some speed up for this mountain range, because I already know from past experiences that when my thrust starts to drop, things get a little more on the hairy side, so let's keep it low. A little bit of wind hatred, and we are dropping slightly on the nose with Shakin.
Yeah. You seem to be doing fine, though. I mean, your speed's up.
Right. Brave mode engaged. I want you to go into the control panel
Uh-huh.
and find the LCD called Flight.
Okay. What do you want me to do with it?
Click on Custom Data.
Mm-hmm.
At the top, you'll find a code block called Reset.
Yep.
In that, you'll find a bit of code that says something about left elevator 2 and right elevator 2.
Let's see here. Under resets, you've got left elevator. Yeah, 2. Yeah, what do you want?
I want the number after 2 to be changed, incremented by 2 degrees in whichever direction is correct.
All right, you want to try...
On both of them,
Right.
like
All right.
both entries.
I'll up it from 4 to 6, and you let me know how
That
it is.
sounds good.
All right,
Yep.
we're trimming right now is what I'm guessing.
Yeah, you're adjusting my trim in flight.
All right, here's 6. Engaged. How do you feel?
All right, we need 8 maybe.
Bumping it to 8. You're really front heavy because of my...
Because of your fat ass, yeah.
Yeah, there you go, 8. A little bit more trim.
Perfect.
Nice.
You see how
yeah,
now
you
my
can
hand's off,
actually...
you see how it's actually staying much more level than it was.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
still dipping a little bit, but I'm fine with that.
You can
But
actually
yes,
trim it.
I've
That's
actually
cool.
got it set up so you can trim it, and the same is true for all of the controls. I'm eventually, at the moment, the only flaw with how I've got it set up is that reset block is basically what returns all the controls back to steady if you aren't pressing anything. The problem is I've got them all linked together into one reset. I need one for each axis so that I can keep holding pitch up while letting go of rotate and it adjust, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because at the moment it'll keep them at the same position regardless.
Well, there's the base. Oh man, yeah, you slow down, no problem. All right, tell me when you're ready to deploy the shack. I'll dive out of this.
We're going to do a flyby.
Uh-huh.
Watch out for your forwards velocity. I'm going to kill it now.
And
And shack deployment, go.
away, shack away. I am in the safe zone.
And I'm thrusting out. We're clear.
Nice. I'm on the ground. Now I gotta find a spot for you, and I know you're burning fuel, so let me find a spot. 50 minutes last I saw. Now we don't want to be in the shield bubble. That's no fun. I'm thinking south side, maybe on the hill? I see you coming around. You want to fly over and take a look and see what you may be comfortable with landing? It's so hilly up here. Also, you can't build inside the boat. That's true. That's true. We don't want to be down in the trees.
I'm down.
You're down?
Yeah.
On purpose?
Yeah.
Didn't realize you were trying.
Neither did I until I saw a good zone line up and thinking to myself, you know what? This looks like it's doable.
I mean, it's
just
pretty flat over there. I'm on Inspector
That's what
Cam
I
right
mean.
now. It is definitely
I'm gonna
flat.
sort of roll your direction slowly, but
All right, all right.
this area ended up, as I said, I needed that slight upwards incline to help me be able to bank up and still have something level I could land on. And that worked out nicely, so yeah.
I think I've got a spot over here that's nice and close. It might be a bit of a scary landing. And may take a little bit of cutting. Oh no, actually this is right here. This is kind of perfect right here. Except for the mountainside. But if we ignore that part, can't have it go into a mountain. This is so hilly over here.
I'm with you.
I'm trying to find a spot that's like actually really close, but if we come in from the north, we could land here.
Yeah, Galadas, I think actually I could, if I mean, that's within my player capability rather than the capability of the design, I think this design is capable of pulling off a stall landing. Where you come in and flare so hard you kill all forward momentum. And then dip it down just in time for the rear wheel to touch the ground. Only gonna work on a tail dragger, of course, but...
Are you slowly making your way over here?
Slowly, yeah.
I am thinking I may have found a spot. It's gonna take a little bit more work than I wanted to have to do, but it's within eyesight of the base, very close, so we can unload easily. We're gonna have to take care of a few small hills and knock out a few trees, and then probably expand it as we get bigger aircraft. But for what we have right now for our needs, and if Tex's VTOL aircraft comes in, he's not gonna worry about anything. So what I'm thinking, Stream, because this is so open, we can come in from the north. This is the aircraft. I'm gonna act like it. We come in from the north, knock those trees down. Okay, the runway starts right here, over this hill, over this little valley, runs all the way in between the hillsides here, all the way down this direction, and then supported back here. This is the only hill that's in the way.
I'm sorry for letting you down, guys. I did think about launching off the cliff and decided better of it. I'm not confident enough with this design yet.
Well, it got me here.
The terrain between you and me has not been particularly comfy. I'm rather pleased at how well this is handling some of this terrain, if I'm honest. It wasn't like a wind surface, guys. I opened my air brakes as we went down the hill. Had I not done so, we would have left the ground, 100%.
You're here. You're literally on what I'm thinking for the runway. Hi.
Hello.
So, this is kind of what I'm thinking. It's not just having a flat space, it's having an open space for us to do approaches from.
To an approach, yeah.
So we need to be
100%.
able to, yeah, we can overshoot, we can come back around, we can do a go around. I'm removing trees right now because trees,
It's a
wings.
very steep income, like your approach there.
There we go, there's some trees.
That
behind
is super steep, man,
them. Tree not come?
as far as an approach.
What were we talking about?
Your approach. Unless you're, oh, right, oh, no.
Coming in from the
okay,
north.
You're thinking of, okay, that's way, but no, with you. Roger.
And then it'll be able to cut all the way. We can make it as long as we want, head in this direction.
No, that looks great, actually. No, I like it.
and then we can cut away parts of the mountain as necessary. If we had voxel tools, like some kind of voxel, like auto flattening tool that we could use, I would love to just make this a grass strip. For anybody wondering, like, if that was a possibility, I think that'd be really cool. But as I'm aware, there are no.
There are. We
Working
would have to limit ourselves Yeah, we would have to limit ourselves rule-wise. But there is a mod that would do this for us. Recent one as well.
a mod, like
His name is
for survival.
His name is Bill.
His name is Bill.
Oh yeah.
I'm confused. I'm unawares. I know there's a creative tool, voxel hands. Like that's.
No.
I mean, like an
Bill.
actual.
If you imagine Bob,
Yeah.
but converted for mining purposes, that's Bill. He'll fill in voxels to a set level. He'll mine out voxels to a set level. He'll mine out ore that you target. He'll pick up ore lying around the place.
Nanobot, drill, and fill. Bill.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never seen that one before. Bill's Bob's brother.
It's
Oh, Jesus.
pretty recent, but yeah. Bill is essentially Bob's brother.
I felt a little bad. I was
He's
looking at
He's his
the
mining brother.
I was looking at the Bob page, and somebody was like, "What the hell is a Bob? Why do they call it Bob? It's not on this at all." Somebody's like, "I think it's XP Gamer's fault." I'm like, oh, feels bad, man. It was Bob the Builder. You got any
Jack
steel
says,
plates?
if Tex would hear, he'd argue that point quite heavily. Got any steel plates? No, I came with nothing.
Came with you know, you brought me here. Came with
Yeah, well.
everything is what we're really saying.
God, this is like some kind of... It's like they're straight out of a movie. I'm just trying to think which now. I'm at the trading station, Jack.
At the trading
I'm
station.
gonna go and talk to them about what I can trade.
Cool. I don't think we brought anything to trade this trip. This was more of a set up the line.
No, I mean what they want rather than the other. I don't know. Maybe it changes. I assume this place has a way in somewhere.
I believe it. I believe it's Tech's fault.
He's not even here, man.
He's in chat. People were blaming him.
Okay, maybe the way in is signified by this really obvious sign saying, "Hey, here's the way in." I'm
I've
sorry,
almost got the mountain cut away a bit here, so we can have some
Oh,
flat terrain.
dude. You know what we can do?
What can we do?
Search contracts.
Oh, with the craft, yeah,
Yeah, We
Absolutely.
can fly around and do some search and so on.
and get paid. We got missions we can do now. Missions.
There's a whole bunch of search in here as well.
What do they pay?
28 to 40k. 51 for this one.
I'm gonna build this out just to see how far we can go.
Wait, are we going to see some economy stuff in this economy update stream series? No. Wait, all right, Shaq, let's go then.
Oh, we're done. Nope, we can't buy
Down
things.
there.
That's crazy.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go box this out, I think.
No, we can't be here and actually do something. No, bow.
To be fair,
Everybody out.
the name I think I used for the playlist was like some type of cooperative survival name. Haha. I think I mentioned economy twice in the first 2 episodes, and then we never went back. I mean, it's a really cool update. I don't have any problems with it. I actually think it's an interesting addition, and I'm quite excited to do some missions for it. Any cool mods come out that involve the economy update they were aware of?
Not that I've seen so far, but
I'll be honest, with the recent trip, I haven't been keeping a super close eye on the workshop page. for most part, all I've seen is just builds on there. This is still going to be kind of a grass strip because the grass is poking through the bottom. It's kind of a thing. It's kind of a thing.
kind of how it works, unfortunately.
Yeah, I ain't digging it out that much. I'm making it so we can land on it and it's flat. That's my
Right, I'll
plan.
be back in 1 sec, man. But
Roger.
when I get back, I propose we go and fly for a search contract.
Sure, I'm done.
I've managed to land. I mean, it'd be good to have a proper runway here, but I've managed to land here once already without it. In future, we're going to need it, but for tonight, maybe
Set.
a little search contracting would be
Yeah.
a nice way to include things, you know? Actually do some economy stuff.
That's crazy talk, man.
Yeah, I know.
See if we can find it. I had really bad luck during the test, but yep.
Cool. Right, back in a sec. And supposedly it's easier on the ground, remember?
It's been fixed. Yeah.
It's supposed to be easier on planets than in space.
Oh,
Much
last
more
time I
limited
tried it,
places
it
there'll
like
be.
clipped through the ground, but that was
Oh.
like right after it came out. So it wasn't there to find. But we shall see. Bob the Builder can fix it, and Bill the Miner can drill it. But how does that work with... Oh, now I want to test this mod. You draw out areas that Bill can mine? Is that how that works? Making a runway. Do I need to go deeper? We need like a shovel tool or a I don't know, some kind of dirt flinging tool that lets you just flatten areas and change the composition on the top so you can color it or something. So you can make like dirt roads and that kind of stuff. Now that would be cool. If I could just flatten a piece out, we could just have that grass runway. How much have I filled in?
I'm back.
Not bad. All right, I got this thing kind of drawn out a bit. Gives me an idea what needs to be cut away.
Yeah, I mean, there was
where
no
are
way we were
you?
going to bring enough cargo in one go. I'm just inside. Do you want to come join me and have a look at the search contracts and work out which one we
Yeah,
want to do?
on my way.
'Cause there's a few in here, so it's just about which we pick, and maybe even the first we pick isn't appropriate, depending on how far they are. I don't know. I suspect some of these might end up being in space. Hello.
Hello.
You like my safety grinder?
Why is it safety grinder? Oh, that is a colorful grinder you've got there, sir.
You see what I mean? It's a safety grinder. You can tell it's got plastic blade. It's for kids.
I don't think that's how this
My,
works.
my first grinder.
Oh, no. All right, let's see. What do we got? Contracts. Can we both look at these at the same time?
I think so.
First one's a search contract. 37,000.
That one actually looks pretty good, but there's a whole bunch of them in there if you scroll down.
The courier dropped a transport container to distract his pursuers. 750 meter radius.
Oh wow, man! You can get if we could get
far it is.
just 14 uranium ingots, that's worth 814,000.
Holy crap. Holy crap.
That's nuts. Okay,
That's
they
huge.
highly reward going to space, apparently.
Yeah.
What's this one for? This one's for cobalt. Do we have any locations with cobalt? 427 cobalt. That's not too
I
bad.
thought we had some near one of our silver mines.
Yeah, I was about to say, I swear cobalt's not something we're lacking.
Yeah, I think we've
Yeah,
got
I've
it.
got a cobalt location.
Well, let's do a search contract first.
Okay.
Because
okay.
it seems
Yeah, I'm
like
down with that.
once we get cobalt, we'll never do anything else because we'll just drop cobalt. on
No,
it.
actually, that's an absolutely fair point. We can drop some cobalt for 492k. Why would you do any of the other ones?
Yeah.
Let's try those out first. No. Good call, Shaq. Good call.
Because holy crap. I say we just try maybe the first one, since it's a lower amount. I'm kind of curious. Like, this one
Yeah,
pays
sure.
70. No, This one's 37. All right, let's do that one. You
Hang
want
on,
to
that one's
accept?
21 minutes. This
Yeah.
one's 18. This one's 24. That might dictate how far away it is, I don't know.
Or how much you're being
Korea
paid.
dropped
37,000 only. Oh, that gives you 21 minutes. Yeah. How do you know if they're planet-based?
Let's just try it.
All right.
I
You
got
want to?
one.
You got one? All right. Now, how do I see it? Can you share it with the team?
I believe so. Let's have a look. GPS is
Because I
last known
wonder.
location of ship. Copy to clipboard.
Yeah, I should
Yeah.
just GPS grids, right? There it is. Cool. Show on HUD. I'll turn everything
go.
else off except for where we are going and the lake. Let's rock and roll.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
should probably do that as well. I've got stuff on for
Where
days.
did you park? You parked up that. You
Yep.
can see a bit of the runway coming out there.
Oh, it's gonna be. I 100% approve of your location for that.
We'll come back here later.
I wasn't sold to begin with, but
I think the approach is the
Yeah.
best that we're gonna get out here without being into a mountainside.
oh no, that was considerably better than I thought you were going to be able to manage.
That's why.
If I'm honest.
Is this the new stream time? Nah, this is just a the time that was best to get us together. Oh man, all right.
This is an interesting bit of ground for a takeoff.
Yeah.
Gotta be honest.
You
I
got
think I'm
off
gonna try
really
and get-
fast, so you might be able to do it right here.
I'm thinking if I turn around here and actually use the lip behind us to take off a bit. Oh no, there, mate. No, that's straight into a wall.
Yeah, you don't want to go into a wall.
Yeah, I'm thinking here and kind of semi-use that lip to actually help.
And then once we get up, we need to take a turn to starboard. It's gonna be
Roger that.
east.
Right, you don't
East
weigh
of us.
anything like as much as you did, right?
Not as much, but I didn't put down a lot of blocks. There are only one per.
We're still 32k. Roger.
I didn't build much of the runway yet.
Okay.
I could dump a bunch of my parts into those.
We can always take them back out again. It means we're not flying around on
Okay.
a search mission with like
Yeah, bring me back to the runway
literally
section.
twice our possible weight.
Yeah, let me dump these in here.
We're half as heavy as we are now, but you, sir,
Yeah,
little
yeah.
lumpy.
I'm a little.
you need to work
I'm a
work
little-
on leg day a bit, perhaps.
I'm lifting all this weight. All right. Just dump these in here. I'm gonna watch my.
Please, gluey leg. Yeah, that, indeed. That, even if all you're doing is leaving it here so we can grab it later.
Yeah. This is just the first load, man. There it is. That's it. That's all of the
Okay.
plates that I
Nice.
brought.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're burning the contract time, so.
When you are prepared. So you basically take off the
yeah.
direction that the runway is going to be if you go straight here. I feel good
in
about
fact,
this.
I underestimated the amount of weight you were actually adding. It's even more than I thought.
Yeah, it was
We're
way
down
up
to,
there.
we're down to 14k now.
You're going to take off to the right, right? Like up
Yeah,
the hill, not
I
into the
was
mountain.
I was just reversing. Don't worry.
I got a little nervous when you started lining up with that mountainside. All right, here we go. And that's it. Nice. We're dropping speed real fast though. And now we're dropping altitude. Whee! Bye, base. We'll be back for all of your monies.
Unfortunately, no matter how I'd like to think otherwise, it actually does behave quite realistically. So if I have to make a dramatic adjustment just after takeoff, expect to drop air velocity massively. You know? And then have to adjust for it, which means the sudden dive back towards the ground in order to gain airspeed again. Because the control surfaces, they just stop doing anything. You can move them around.
Yeah.
But They just no longer
Perfect time to make a
properly.
turn.
You have to have, yeah, indeed.
Because we can
You
follow
have to have,
the
like,
canyon.
the right amount of thrust and input to make them even viable, and the right amount of speed. Okay, for a second there, my rear control surfaces weren't working. That was a little weird.
Worried me there for a minute.
Worried me there for a minute, Jack. Let's be real.
"10 kilometers." This perspective is great. Still got to do our gliders. Still want to build that on top of the mountainside.
Yeah, I like how good that perspective looks from underneath as well. Like you get a pretty good view, but you also get all these little spindly little legs hanging down around you and so on. You're like,
Yep. Gives you a little perspective.
this will be interesting. I gotta be honest.
Follow the canyon.
No,
left.
but
We'll go all
have
the
you
way through.
seen where the marker is?
Oh, yeah, it's actually at that altitude. Okay.
Oh, you see.
And we have to find it. That's just the area it's in. So it could be
Yep.
anywhere.
I'm feeling like it's an Operation Drop Shack while I try and find a location to land. Again.
Or just keep low flying if you can. How high can you go in this?
I don't know.
Keep going, keep going.
All I saw was that before our lack of thrust really started to sting. Hopefully it looks like we're coming up to the altitude that it's at, and I can just about maintain this by the looks of things.
Perfect. We're set then. You just have to fly real slow. Any higher and you just, what? Slow down too much?
Any higher than we start to stall, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's not good because we're kind of going into a box canyon, it looks like. Hopefully this goes all the way around. Oh,
I
you're
reckon
gonna...
I can probably get a bit higher, but we're gonna have to cut this tight and then
Right over the
dip
top.
down immediately over the top in order to not lose too much airspeed.
Yeah, yeah.
There we go.
Hey, there it is.
Interesting. This. Oh, hang on.
Flaps.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
I
here.
see a landing opportunity.
I mean, if we stay in the air, we might be able to spot it. Might be better to stay up here, do the search from above. We're looking for lights for the cargo container. Okay, yeah. Hopefully it didn't roll anywhere. Let's see what we've got here.
This is fucking cool.
This is very cool.
I'm sorry, but like, legitimately flying a manual control surface aircraft around looking for a rescue victim around a mountain where we're up at proper heights where the aerodynamics are starting to struggle seems pretty legit to me.
Yeah, this is cool. And I'm searching too. Like I'm looking anywhere, trying to find something. It's hard because of the shadows in the mountain. Keep thinking I see something. Uh-oh. Nice, nice.
Yeah, I really need to, in the long term, set up those. Remember how I mentioned about the independent resets?
Yeah.
That's what's messing me up at the moment. Is as soon as I hold one direction, no other direction will reset to default, and vice versa. Kind of locks all the other directions for a bit. You not seeing anything?
Not yet. Yeah, take us around one more time. What was the range? 700 meters?
750.
Okay. Well, we cut it pretty close around it. I think we're about 200 or 300 from it, so maybe take it out a little wider this time. See what we see.
To me, we're 650, 700.
Yeah,
away
we're
at the
looking
moment.
good now. Wasted got all of the control surfaces actually working. People are like, you got flaps? No, flaps, ailerons, elevators, everything. Wasted. Oh! Oh, we lost a bit. We lost the wheel.
We lost a wheel. Yeah, I know. That was literally a case of we started to stall, and now I'm going to have to cut our thrust completely to be able to get any sort of authority off our flaps.
Oh, can you get the nose down?
Not yet.
Oh, you're totally stalled. Shit.
I will be able to as it start. Oh no, God.
No, you're gonna hit the ground. Oh! What the? Well, I'm on the ground.
Okay, well,
Well, now we're stranded on the mountainside.
I can probably still take off. But that was. I mean, I'm learning lessons of high altitude flight here
Yeah.
in
Oh,
a
crap.
single wing airplane.
No, 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 no. No, that's our only way out of here.
Would you like to stay in a single place, please, for the time being? Oh, wow.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
chairs.
we've just hit 4 hours. So, I think this is where we're going to have to pick it up next time. Stranded, alone on the mountain. I'll eat you if I have to. I want to survive. Survive. Oh, no.
I am 100% certain that I can run faster than you can.
Hey, my backpack's empty now.
You can tell by the choice of weapons alone that I'm all ready for this fight.
You've got a plastic
Paint can
grinder.
versus paint can
Plastic
versus plastic grinder.
versus
Safety
plastic grinder. All right, everybody. Are you going to stream later tonight? You going to keep going?
I'm going to keep going. I think I'm going to go and do a flug tag, actually. This seems like a good sort of silly moment. So if anyone wants to come and join me over on Twitch for a silly Space Engineers event themed around this sort of glider style of thing where people are going to be given a time limit and then forced to run off a cliff in their stupid aircraft and see whether or not they can make it work.
Genie, I wish to